to where the beach is near. The beer is dear, there's plenty of women and the crack. Walking
on the final second, the whistle is gone, and Sligo Rovers are the champions.
By the riverside, you can watch the tide as it flows.
No, I'm being told that Average Joe's does not have enough players and will be forfeiting the championship match.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for us.
Very tight and drive it clean out over the fence. Out in there, he's the corner. Jesus,
In the bookie shop, I done.
Okay, here we are, lads. The Christmas episode part two.
Part two, yeah.
Take two, even.
Take two.
We attempted to record Saturday night for us.
Yeah, we probably got a bit far ahead of ourselves and probably thought we were a little bit more professional than we were.
There was a keg of Guinness. And
That doesn't exist anymore.
It's gone.
It actually does feel like a work Christmas party where you definitely drank too much and
Seriously.
Kind of embarrassed enough coming out here to look at you again today. But
Yeah, there was a bit of fear yesterday.
you're nearly waiting for the HR letter, aren't you? Like, go to your conduct.
Who photocopied the rest and then photocopy it? It was good crack, I suppose.
We got a lot of content out of it now, but
A lot of content.
unfortunately, 80% of it won't be able to be played.
No, it's not going out, I don't think. Listen, back there, I didn't realise they were a completely different voice with a few drinks than me.
So basically, some of the stuff was quite good and suitable for the audience. So you might hear different tones and voices throughout the
Yeah, we're going to be going in and out here
We're
with
being
different
up
sober
down.
and intoxicated drinks, I think, voices. We done a GA bit, I believe, Murty, but that's nowhere to be seen.
nowhere to be seen. Yeah, it's gone. We were talking for a good while too. We had a good hour debate, I think, about the All Ireland. But
Really?
Yeah, I think
well, the whole point of recording out here was to watch the match and talk about it after.
I think we watched more in the Munster match.
I had to rewatch it yesterday, actually. It's boring enough now, but it seemed really exciting Saturday.
it did, yeah. I thought it was a good game up until about 50 minutes, maybe. But
Yeah,
always kind of fancy the Dubs were going to pull ahead at some stage, weren't they?
Yeah. What else? Willie was in person with us,
yeah.
which was big.
That was a big one for us. Yeah, first live sighting in a long time.
Yeah,
So
his carers let him in for a few hours.
it was nice. He actually probably stayed a little bit longer than we thought he would.
He did, and he had a fair pouring, and he wasn't getting up out of his seat now. He was getting drinks delivered down to his chair.
He had a fair amount of pizza as well.
He did.
I'd say he must have had a 22-inch pizza on his own.
Yeah, actually, the 5-in-1 stitched us up. I rang in asking him, could we get a couple of large pizzas? And he said to me, the large pizza? And I was like, yeah, just the large pizza. So I got in there and they're 22-inch pizzas, like not even on the menu. I think the 18 inches is the large one. So for some reason I got a secret half-menu
pizza.
pizza.
A gallon of garlic sauce given us. Where did he even get that?
We got through them though.
There was nothing left. So look,
big burly men we are. What else? Yeah, with a few audience and guest or a few live guests for the first time.
Yeah.
Apart from Gino, but
yeah.
Paddy Pearson and Barry O Mahony was kind of an impromptu one we thought up, but he's very good. So good chat with him about the football as well. Might play a bit in this episode and then the rest go out on its own because
As a Christmas gift.
Only found out it was 55 minutes today.
Yeah, it was 55 minutes today and I cut a good 20 minutes out of it as well.
Three of us talking absolute rubbish. Like.
Yeah.
But it was a good insight now.
Ian Gilzine and his father got a mention.
Got a big shout out.
Barry tried to tell us a story about Matt Doherty training with Rovers and took about 20 minutes, I think.
Oh yeah, he trained at
Yeah.
Stayed in Barry's house the night before. Yeah.
Really?
Good story. Yeah,
You interviewed him.
it's in the pot, though.
It wasn't the question.
When I step on your foot.
Jesus Christ, lads. That's Christmas though.
That is Christmas, yeah.
We put a new segment of the show in as well. Our kind of agony uncle segment.
That's right, correct.
And we had our first caller in. Will we get that out? Let the people hear?
Yep, let's get it out.
Sligo Way Podcast Liveline episode. Here we are. Five 1-5-1. Welcome back. Willie's on the line. Willie, what happened? You the gang of lads going to play a bit of rugby, did you?
Hello?
Hi, Willie.
Hello, Joe.
Willie, how are you? Willie, what happened? We got your call in. You're going playing. A gang of lads going playing rugby.
How are you, Joe?
Oh, jeez, Joe, I'm not too bad. Joe, I'm not too bad. I mean, Willie, I'm not too bad. Yeah. Willie, you texting. You the gang of lads heading down.
I called in, Joe, just to make you aware of something
Yeah,
that
go.
happened to me recently.
Okay, yeah, go.
Well, I'll tell you what it is, Joe, and you'll bear with me. It's a bit of a long-winded story.
Okay, yeah.
I'm involved here in Sligo in Sligo Rugby Club.
Oh, rugby, great game. The gentleman's
For
game.
years, Joe, for years.
Yeah, gentleman's game.
Lads through the ranks, all along the way.
Yeah.
Watch them come as children and leave as men.
My
you
God.
know what I mean, Joe?
My God, yeah.
You know yourself.
Aye, my God, wow.
Well, it came from the start of the season. And the next thing was, we had organised a friendly game again, Portumna below in Galway, Joe, if you ever heard of it.
Oh, the guy from Galway, yeah, they were coming down to Sligo, were they? Yeah,
That's right. We
Yeah,
had a game and Jesus,
A challenge type game, was it?
terrible poor rain the night before, Joe, do you know?
Right, yeah.
So I says, we'll plough on and we'll go and do what we can do.
Okay, yeah.
God, the day the game was to happen, the lads came up and I got a phone call from them saying, below, will we come up at all?
Hang on. You were saying the guys from Portumna rang you and they came all the way to Sligo with the drop of rain.
Yeah, but sure, isn't that what I'm telling you?
Okay, yeah.
So, what were we to do? We walked the pitch abroad in Strand Hill.
And how was the pitch, Willie?
It was waterlogged.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah.
You were up to your ankle in some places they made your shins.
But it must have been playable, Willie.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been.
Why? Why?
Well,
It was waterlogged, you're
the
saying?
reason was in the middle of the pitch.
Okay, yeah.
If a line out was to take place,
Yeah, a line out is where the ball goes out over the touchline and the people throw it in. Yeah.
God knows what could have happened. That could have been swallowed up by the ground. It was so wet.
Jesus.
Soaking.
Okay.
It was as wet as an otter's pocket bags. Joe.
Oh, Willie, I haven't heard that phrase since Moore Street back in the day. Yeah, go ahead. So the gang of lads were down in Portumna from Sligo.
This isn't the runner.
Okay.
This game won't go ahead in Strand Hill Rugby Club in Sligo.
But you couldn't bring a gang of lads down 2.5 hours. No, what's that? 115 minutes.
We says we'll put a contingency plan in place. The first thing we did...
What did you do, Willie?
We put our heads together and knocked heads and we says, where else is around Sligo?
Okay, yeah.
You'll forget me, Joe, if I get emotional.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Willie, yeah. Yates County, yeah.
So he says the immediate place that came to mind, Strand Celtic.
And where is Strand Hill Rugby Club?
A stone's throw from the rugby club.
Okay, yeah. A line out throw says me and you.
What do you mean?
Oh, just you said a stone's throw, so I said a rugby term, is it? No.
Well,
Okay, forget it. Yeah.
Thing was, we said, has any man a contact for Strand Hill Football Club?
My God.
So a phone number was procured.
Okay, yeah.
And we made a phone call.
Mobile telephone.
That's right.
My God.
And we got in contact with and I'm getting very close to the point of my phone call, Joe.
Okay.
We got in contact with the caretaker of the football field below in
The man in charge.
Strand Celtic.
Okay, yeah.
It was the most unaccommodating little bugger I ever came across.
What did he do?
I've given 28 years to Sligo Rugby Club.
My God.
And the man wouldn't let a gang of lads coming up from Portumna on a wet, old, windy day play a little bit of ball below on the field.
So you mean, can I stop you really for a second?
You can't.
You mean to tell me a gang of lads came all the way from Portumna for a challenge game, under 16s, looking to play a bit of ball, and Strand Hill Celtic wouldn't accommodate him down the field down below?
It not apply, he says to me. There'll be no space at the end for you.
Oh my God, that reminds me of my time in London back in the day. No Irish, no blacks, no nothing, no need apply. My God, Willie.
Like dogs, Joe.
And what did you do then, Willie?
Sure, well, what could we do?
What did you do?
What could we do?
What did you do?
Lads arrived.
Aye.
And we tried to bargain. We said if it's a question of money, we might be able to put something together. And
You offered an olive branch of friendship.
something to appease them.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously a personal vendetta he had against the rugby club.
But come here. Funny you should say, Willie, that man contacted us when he sent you a thing. He asked, did Willie know who he is in connection with the rugby club?
Sure,
What'd you say to that?
I'm sure if he didn't know who he was, how was I supposed to know?
My God. And what happened to the gang of lads?
Well, they came up and they were very mannerly, lovely gang of lads.
Yeah, well raised, yeah.
We explained the situation.
Aye.
And of course, they said, is there anywhere else we could possibly feel?
Is there any other way? Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Oh my God, there wasn't.
I was embarrassed.
Okay, Willie.
I was just wondering, is there any other volunteer Sports Ireland?
Well, we'll get that.
Similar situation.
We'll get that in. Text in 50551. Wash your hands. Back in a minute. Okay, that is a disgruntled Willie Rogers. Very unhappy that he couldn't get his gang of lads from Portumna out on the field in Strand Hill for a bit of rugby. And we hopefully hear more from Willie. It's going to in future weeks, but it is our last episode, so Willie may have the stew for that for a while. Okay, we're going to come back with our last correspondence of the show. Some great questions in, so here we go with our correspondence.
Hello, my name is Mr. Burns. I believe you have a letter for me.
Okay, Mr. Burns. What's your first name?
I don't know.
Okay, lads, time for our last episode correspondence. Sad times here.
Very sad times, yeah. It's hard to believe we won't be getting these messages into us during the week anymore.
No, used to always enjoy them, getting them in, the variety to them. It's been thoroughly enjoyable now.
Should we admit that we done some correspondence on Saturday night, but we're redoing a bit here?
Yeah, we're redoing it. I'd say we probably have to redo 95% of what we recorded.
We'll throw it out.
The voices were at the worst at that stage too, I think.
Yeah. Was that after the other few entries? Was it?
Yeah, well, look, you got me stitched up pretty well, so I suppose that might make it.
We'll hear with that later. I might just leave that in. Right, Murty, you're at the phone there. Go first.
Yeah, okay. So Gavin O'Dwyer sent in, all right, boys, over the years, Sligo have produced a number of amazing athletes across all sports. Who's the best player you've seen locally to never make it to the level you believed they could get to? So that's... I think in my drunken haze the other day, I threw out John Bellew. But then I was counterpointed by saying, well, John Bellew played professional football for Sligo Rovers.
We're going to keep getting flashbacks during this correspondence.
Did I answer this the other day?
Yeah, you went for Neil O'Brien.
Kipper was brilliant, yeah. Jesus, that's a good answer.
Actually, it was, and that's one of the ones that we can use, I think.
Can we use it? Yeah, he was. He was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Soccer and Gaelic, yeah.
Injuries got him.
Yeah.
Pints as well.
Huh?
The pints as well.
The pints of curse, we all know that.
We know.
We've been reflecting for the last half hour.
Neil O'Brien, definitely. Thank you, drunk me. I must say, that's a good answer, yeah.
You had a good answer the other night.
I was Stephen Keeney, was who I went for. I would have played with Stephen under 14, under 16, under 18, and he was like absolutely head and shoulders the best player out in the rugby club at the time. He played in the back row, he played a little bit in the front row, but he was for a big man, he was skillful, he had pace. He was our captain as well. He was a good leader. He even had a good boot on him as well. So he was
a Gaelic player too.
He was a good Gaelic player.
Yeah. So he was like, I think if he had been around now, if he'd like been the ability he was now, 16, 17, 18, with the structures that are in place now, he would have found himself in a pathway to into an academy, or he would have been given the tools to get there.
Yeah, very good. Okay, good question. I'll go to Twitter. This only came in today, actually. It's from Declan Bree's mustache. Whoever that is. Which players are the biggest Grinches, enemies, in brackets, who caused the most heartbreaks, last-minute goals, or caused the most fights, etc., of each Sligo sports team? So it's personal experience. I suppose I'll go first. I'll go Tour de Strand for a lot of reasons. They just ended their year so many times. 2010, the best in the quarterfinal. 2011, the final. 2013, quarterfinal. 15, quarterfinal. 18, semi-final, replay. And 2019, the final.
Tough going.
So
Tough going.
Tour de Strand. We actually lost in a group game this year. It was a bit of a nothing game. We were both through already, but it's another defeat. So yeah, they're my Grinches. They love to see us coming because it's a win for them, it seems to be. But and also they're a fantastic team, obviously. So yeah, Tour de Strand are my own.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd go with that question. It's actually a great question.
That's a fantastic question.
Yeah,
put you on the spot there a bit.
Yeah,
any big fights breaking out?
I actually remember we used to have we randomly have a rivalry with Tubber back in the days because they used to come up to the divisions with us. Yeah, but like a couple of send-ins off over the years. I remember playing Ballygawley Celtic actually, were another one where for some reason they always seem to be in the same division as us.
Whitey Walsh and the lads.
Yeah, this is back in 08, 09, that sort of time. But I remember an incident where I think they had 3 sent off, we had 2 sent off. 2 lads that literally just started punching each other on the pitch. That's probably the wildest game. There's obviously stories of junior games over the years that you've heard of that were mad, but probably from personal experience, that one with Ballygawley stands out for me.
I just think myself, we've had a couple of rivalries over the recent years. I remember with the junior team, we were at a massive rivalry with Tuam.
What was your saying?
It was fuck Tuam.
Yeah.
it was a good one for the huddle, just Sligo on 3, fuck Tuam on 4. It was. But now it was just because we played them about 5 times that year. We won the J1B. and there was always a score in it, and like the tune of a rowdy bunch of supporters that come onto the pitch on the sideline, and they've no problem telling you what they think of you. And there actually was slaps thrown after final whistles. One of their managers is quite a large fella. I told him that his health was going to sort himself out, and not to worry about being. And then, which was bad for him on my behalf. I got carried away. But then
it's a rivalry.
I was off to do a training course then the next week up in Galway. Surely it was me and him doing it for a week together. Then
he dropped 6 stone.
It was awkward enough now. But more recently with the senior team, ourselves and Corinthians, have had a bit of a battle.
There's
a bit of bad blood there, all right now.
I was going to say bad water, but
you'd know, working with water logic now, you'd know your water, yeah.
Guys, but bad urine.
It's been a really no, it's been a really tough battle with them the last couple of years. I think realistically we're both going for that number 1 slot in Connacht, and we've thankfully come out the better side of some of them big games recently. The Connacht Cup final there a couple of years ago, we bet them in Sligo, and then last year we won them in the Senior Cup final as well. They did get us in the league, and we are due to play them again next in what will be a pretty much a big turning point for our season. If we can get a win there, we'd be well on track to getting some silverware. So yeah, the Corinthians boys, we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Very good. Yeah, that's a good question. Roscoe, you're on the Facebook there, yeah?
I'm on the Instagram, and I have one from Mazer07. All right, lads. Sorry to hear tomorrow is the last pod. A lot of people are showing a lot of sadness, which is keep sending us your tears, guys. It's nice to hear.
Let me lick your tears. Oh, they're so salty.
A couple of questions for you. Which Sligo star should people use to decorate the top of their tree this Christmas? And if you could each have a Christmas wish, what would it be? So we'll go with the Sligo star on top of the tree. So I don't know. Here is it like what's the criteria for this?
It's a sports star. Is it
sports star year? I suppose.
Who would bring joy to you seeing them on top of your tree?
I'm going to put Romeo on top of my tree.
Romeo Parks coming back. Yeah,
coming back. Yeah, just for coming back. Oh. Now, star of Romeo up there in the top would.
The star of Romeo, very good. Yeah,
very good. Yeah.
Shite. I'd have to go for, because there's been no real GA happening, the Sligo minor team after their big win yesterday, a collective star.
15.
15 young stars there. Sorry lads, I'll take this call to my boss at work actually. 1 second.
We might pause that sore. He's gone out to the boss there. Watch this space. Right, we're back into it, Adrian. Off the phone to the boss. Everything good?
Everything good. Wish me a happy Christmas and told me to stay off the pints. Don't know how he knows that.
It's good leadership. Where were we? Stars, Christmas tree stars.
I went for Sligo, yeah. 15 collective stars and stars and subs. What am I talking about?
It's a panel game, Adrian. It's a panel game.
Yeah, panel game. So 30 or how many's on the panel? Their big win yesterday. Roscoe.
Jeez, I've no idea here, and I even had time to think about it.
Yeah.
While you're out there. Let's just put I don't know. We get some sort of a. Oh fuck, lads! I've got nothing for that.
That's okay.
We're still here. We're not firing on all cylinders today. Still, are we?
Did you give it the 5 and 1 for the extra inches in the pizza you gave me?
Yeah, I'll give the 5 and 1 for that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, for 5 and 1 for the extra inches.
Stars. Yeah, you're 5 points of a star.
Perfect.
What was there was a second bit of that question, wasn't there?
And if you could have a realistic Christmas wish for sport in Sligo next year, what would it be?
For me,
just get back on the pitch.
Yeah, I think
sport back.
That did come up the other night too, and I think even in our drunkenness, we all agreed just to have sport back.
We're pining for it, lads, aren't we?
Why do we answer this as well the other night?
We might have. Jesus. I think we might have got through most of them, but obviously with the old light bill cases, we can't.
And we can't listen back.
Right, I've one here from Aaron O'Donnell on Facebook. Best multi Sligo sport athlete. So someone covers. I'll jump in with Paul Sievers.
Sievers,
yeah. Good footballer, an outstanding hurler, and he's a fine golfer as well.
Is he?
I think so.
Tubertelli. Actually, no, not to fucking give him a big head. Big enough. Nine Murphy, obviously very good at Gaelic. You rate him very highly at soccer.
Very highly at soccer, yeah. If he stuck to the old soccer now, he'd be. I do think that he'd be one of the best junior soccer players if he continued to play.
Yeah, and then he throws his hand hurling at a very odd time. But when Clare won the County Hurling Championship for the first time in 2018, he rocked up for the final and scored 6 points. He top scored or something. So obviously that's multi.
But AFL as well.
Played. That's another sport. International.
What would he been like with the rugby ball in hand? Do you reckon?
I'd say he'd be all right.
I'd say if he took to it.
He's a brain, like.
Yeah.
I think
he was going to play actually going, sorry to interrupt you. He was going to. I nearly had him playing a game, I think, last year. You rubbed me in for some fucking thing.
Some was it the Seagulls game, was it?
Oh, it was the Gulls, yeah. You get injured doing that, he would.
Again, without giving him a big head, though, I'd probably throw, in retrospect, having thought about it, Conor Griffin.
I wasn't not just saying it, you said it. I've Griffin there as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Same type, played for Sligo hurling, Gaelic, and very good at soccer. Also, played for Ireland.
Played for Ireland Junior International, yeah.
Yeah, and just mentioned there's obviously a lot of the female ones. Nicole Fowley's played rugby, soccer, whatever else.
I think Nicole's played rugby and soccer for Ireland, has she?
Did she play soccer for Ireland as well, yeah?
I don't know. I remember did you play that 7-a-side tournament we organised years ago up in the showgrounds for Cartron?
Yes, it was a Christmas. It was a 29th or something, was it?
Yeah,
and a splitting fucking headache.
Nicole and Emma Hansbury were on one team, so it was a mix. It was a 7-a-side mix, and there was 2 females on each team.
Right.
But Nicole and Emma Hansbury were on one team and absolutely ran the show. I think they won that game. Anyway. The two of them were sensational footballers. Anyway.
I was happy to get knocked out of that tournament. I think it was on Jim Sheridan's team. He was roaring at me or something. Was that the same one?
I'm not sure.
I've been out tonight for anyways.
I would say just a fella I played alongside, Ryan Feely. He was obviously unbelievable for the rugby. He's a Connacht Senior Player of the Year. That's the main senior player in Connacht.
Where did he play in the rugby?
9, or we've been putting him into 12 and 13 at the moment as well. He was actually playing really well at 12. Distribution is just ridiculous, and his tackling is sensational for the size of him. His technique is unreal. But you could put him on the wing. You could play him fullback as well. You could play him 10. You'd play him anywhere in the back line.
Yeah.
And I know he's having a crack at the Gaelic now as well, and he's going to get back at it for another. He's going to go back again.
Is he back to the Gaelic? Yeah.
He's going to. Yeah. We spoke to us and we said, listen, go and do what you need to do. Because he didn't get a right crack at it last year, so I'd say it felt like unfinished business for him. So we've said, listen, if it's what you want to do, go with our blessing and give it everything. So
big scoop there for 20 back in tees.
That's good question, Aaron. Good question.
Shady McGee is back here again. If you're doing 12 pubs at Christmas, what is the best route to take, and what stage does Harry's come into the route? Start, middle, last? He said, hope isn't the last pod, thoroughly enjoyed them. We answered this the other night.
We did.
Yeah.
I have my route. I still actually remember my route.
I'll stick to my route because we do it every year the same.
Yeah. You go for it. Tell the route.
We used to start in the ship to Harp, then Hennigan's was open. Hennigan's was a good crack. Peak Kenny times in there as well. Across the Swagman. We used to go past Connolly's now, in fairness. So Connolly's always packed.
Do you remember we put Classic India into it one year?
Oh, yeah.
Or Papadoms, sorry, Papadoms. It was a random one. So I was working in the AIB at the time. I think Philip Gallagher was there, and he was a business lending. I think he was off that day, so he's like, Ross, the lad from Papadoms is going to come in today now and just sign off in some overdraft or loan or something, And he was just like, "Will you just go and sort it out for him?" So your man thought I gave him the twist on getting the loan sorted out. All I had to do was just get him to get a signature on it. So I was like, "Oh, listen, no worries at all, mate. It's delighted to help you out." So we were doing the 12 pubs. I go, we pop up here, So your man shouted us around the Cobra beers, didn't he? And gave us a
nice touch.
Yeah, it was a really nice touch.
We were in Eton, and we were just at the reception. So I was on Swag was 4, so went down. We used to go past Connolly's said Wedge, Collins. Then we go into the Rendezvous. Then we go that's 6. Then we go over through the car park to the Snog. 7, back out to Early's. Fury's, if it was open, the times we might call in. Foley's, the odd times I'll call in. They were hit and miss. We wouldn't know whether to call in or not. In fact, so we go up to Currid's and try and finish in the Troubadour.
That's a 12th, yeah, I remember my route. I think I just kept the walking to a minimum. I went.
Yeah, that was the main.
Rendezvous, Connolly's, Lily's, Early's, Fury's, Foley's, McGlynn's, Troubadour, Harry's, McLaughlin's, Shoots, Kennedy's. And that's a nice little inverted circle there.
I think we had only McLaughlin or Harry's on 1 year, Roscoe. Yeah, ours was very rambunctious. Now.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
You were rambunctious. Yeah. You 23rd you used to do it, was it?
Yeah, 23rd.
Yeah, because we played that football match.
What about Pass about the loaf of bread? We go, you ready for the 12 pubs? Yeah. Don't tell anyone. I've kind of been cheating. Why is that? I had a full loaf of bread before I came out tonight.
He ate a loaf of bread just before he came out, to try and mix it.
So good.
Matter of the stomach is like it
doesn't matter when you're sculling naggins of alcohol in 4 seconds.
His iron chest. There was great crack in earlys one year. Remember the hooligan Christmas chants?
Oh, yeah.
Dash it through the snow. And it was us up and sleigh. Like, and everyone was singing, bang, and the roof was wild. Tom Early, no, would you stop? I used to use Smithwick's though on him to keep the composure though.
Oh, you'd have to, yeah. We never mentioned him in our intro. We talk about our episode sponsor, Lockhill Brewery.
Well, Ross, I know if I'm out this year and in years going forward, if I want a cool, refreshing, crisp pint, I'd have a Lockhill Brewery.
I'd have a Lockhill beer.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And thanks for being part of the demise for us on the Saturday night as well.
Yeah, little part.
A definite part.
Yeah, big thanks to Rockhill. They're doing.
Actually, we made an advert for them.
We did.
Will we
throw it in now?
We'll throw it in now.
Yeah,
Listen up, folks.
Most rivers begin life as a tiny stream running down a mountain slope. They are fed by melting snow and ice, or by rainwater running off the land. The water follows cracks and folds in the land as it flows downhill. Small streams meet, join together, growing larger and larger and larger. Formed at the mouth of Sligo's Garavogue River. Matured by the long, easy bullgrass at Sligo's Grammar School. Enjoyed by patrons all over the county. Sligo's Lockhill Brewery. Have you had your Lockhill?
Lockhill Brewery and the Sligo Way podcast. Are you thirsty enough?
Yeah, right. That's our debut into the commercial world.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
It wasn't a bad effort, was it?
yeah. So like, if you need to advertise, just get on to us.
Yeah. That was like
But the Lockhill, yeah. Thanks again to them, absolute legends, and
Back to correspondence.
a good collab.
Ross, I think this one will just go straight to you for it. Terence O'Connor sent in just Donegal Sheridan Sligo RFC injury.
So it's not really a question or anything. It was just a statement.
It's a statement, yeah.
Is he injured?
He was injured, yeah.
So Donegal RFC injury is just a question.
Donegal would have been a teammate of mine. Again, he was one of the standouts in our team. Played first centre, and he just used to hit far harder than anyone did back then.
The perennial injury man who play on with.
Oh yeah, I think at the time he was playing hurling with broken arms and everything.
Get it, Clare.
Yeah,
I remember him forget.
But he just, I remember we had an under 16 cup final and we're playing Corinthians. I remember they did this big prop and like that was their big thing off lineouts. They crashed him up in the midfield. That was their thing. Short line out to this prop and Donegal just came at him like your man just that was their big thing. Like this is their big set piece and Donegal just absolutely killed him. But unfortunately, Donegal he had to stop pretty early due to injuries. But I would have been obviously he's the older brother of Cathal Sheridan, who's the director of rugby at UL Bowes. But I would have I would have loved to have seen what Donegal would have done, in senior rugby.
I think the last time I played with him was Clare under 21B final, and that was our bat. Like we were only still 19, I think. And I don't think he played again.
I think it's about 18, 19, yeah. So I just had a baby the other day as well, so congratulations, Donegal, Maria.
Folks, very good. Yeah. What's the question?
That was the question. He just probably wanted to discuss, so there we go.
That tackle, sorry.
No, he just wanted to discuss Donegal Sheridan's injury, so there you go, Terence. I hope you're happy with that.
Okay. The macho man, Peter Ian is hooked in. I think we answered this the other night as well. Best Summerhill teacher and best Summerhill memory. Please use quotes and reference to back up your answers. There's actually too much.
Yeah,
I would.
Could I do a podcast on its own?
One of my wishes, if I did a lamp and a genie, my first wish would be back Summerhill for a week with no repercussions. Just the crack.
Just as like 15, 16-year-old.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I enjoyed the wrong times. I should have enjoyed my first 3 or 4 years, but I enjoyed the last two too much with the messing and just didn't. Not that I pay attention to it, but stories. I don't even know where to start. Like.
What about after we won the under-18 All-Ireland?
I wasn't even in Summerhill at the time actually, but the boys got suspended because me and staff were in college. We won the rugby under-18. Me and staff were actually in college at the time, but like the boys like Heinzie Bellew, all that were still. You were still in the grammar.
I
went in the beard in night 4 obviously, and this is actually a scandalous story, bro.
Yeah,
I'll tell a bit about the guards.
Yeah, so basically
we were on the whip. We went on the beard next day with bottles of Fat Frog. Big at the time, and we're in this Harry's car, and there was 8 of us in the car, and the guard stopped us. Going into Summerhill in the car, he'd drink on him and we were overcrowded in the car we won the game yesterday. Go on ahead, lads. Into the school.
Went into Summerhill, yeah.
Into Carol Manus' class, and the boys were in the class at the time when you were Stenny and all that, I think, and
we were drinking in the classroom.
Drinking in the class.
There was a poster up in the walls. I was lifting the poster. I wasn't even in the school.
It wouldn't happen now.
I was in college. I didn't care.
I had to write a letter of apology to Summerhill.
Yeah.
That was my.
We went up to the grammar then, didn't we?
Up to the grammar then, yeah. So I got called in then and had to apologise, and I had to write a letter of apology and drop it up to Summerhill.
I love Carol Plan's class. So I didn't do anything too bad, but I think I spilled my fat by accent over her copybooks on her desk.
Some cocktails or
Yeah,
something.
Brendan Duggan then called Heinz and the boys and now suspend them. And drinking green cocktails in the classroom.
Summerhill's a wild. You could just have so many. Like I always used to think one big thing happened every year. So do you remember the year of the riot?
The riot, yeah.
Yeah, the cops actually, the riot squad had to come up because there was just basically a riot going on. The shooting strikes.
Yeah, they were wild.
Shooting strikes.
Father Crane was crying that day. It was quite
walking
surreal.
around the town. The day, of course, we went up to the grammar for the rugby game.
Ah, yes.
You know. There was also probably one of my favourite Summerhill stories was the day we thought your man had the gun.
The gunman, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I always remember it. I
won't really pass much heat. He got a bit of abuse downtown, wasn't it, on lunch?
So he was taking the piece, but it was the first day at Cheltenham. I can't tell you what year it was, but I do remember it was the first day at Cheltenham.
You're still in school, though.
Yeah, I had gone to the bookies obviously for the lunch, and I remember sitting outside the new block or the new building, and there was a bit of commotion. Anyway, these 4 or 5 young lads come in, but apparently they'd been rising up some fella down the town, so he chased them up to the school with a knife. And I'll never forget, I can't remember who said it, but I'll never forget the moment. Anyway, a bit of a crowd gathered. And he was there kind of poking the knife. Never really looked like he was going to do any damage, but it was just kind of running the mill in Summerhill. Next thing, someone beside me said, what's he going to do next? Pull out a gun. Next thing, whips out the imitation gun, right? So
no one knew it was imitation. Like.
Oh no, this stage just like, all right, I've read about these things.
Yeah.
So just duck for cover. But anyway, one of the supervisors at the time.
Miss Mann, they called her. The big one.
She tackled him.
She pinned him and sat him.
Yeah, she pinned him. She thought it was a real gun too.
Yeah.
We all thought it was a real gun.
I don't know. Brian Kerr was involved in some way, but she took control of it.
Yeah, she took control of it. Yeah. That was a wild day now.
Yeah,
that's probably my favourite Summerhill story.
Yeah, that was a big time story. There was there's stories in the classrooms and all. Like I remember, one teacher. Jeez, with her head gone, do you remember the tape recorders you played for Ismail Bart some
Yeah.
This was I won't say the language anyway. He used to play them for the oral or the hour or the oral, yeah, and or the hour, yeah, whatever it's called. And whenever it's put on, whoever was sitting closest to the desk to the recorder, someone ring them, and the interference went do 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 do. So it was sent down to a repair shop in town only 8 times. Get us out of it every time. And then eventually one day it was told this: if you hold it over your head and stand up in the chair, you try and get signals. She's walking in the room trying to get different signals. So she got up on a chair and held it. There it is. Stopped ringing the phone, boy's phone. There, stop now, miss. We hold it up there. So her whole class had her standing on the chair, thing over her head. There was a text sent in. I don't know. I'll try and find it. I could answer it now, but the bus incident. I'll find it and we'll go back to it. Right? It's another Summerhill story.
Okay, yeah.
Ross, you must have a grammar story for us there. Sorry.
No, unfortunately not. No, it wasn't too much crack there.
Probably the day we came up.
yeah, sure.
The famous first rugby game.
What do we got here?
Oh, I'll read it. Can I read this?
Did you get it? Did you?
Yeah, it's from Colin Burns. Question for Adrian to discuss in the show. I'm rolling back the years here. There was a certain Connacht final from Summerhill College during the glory years of 03 to 05 when we as a school students were quite avid supporters were unable to attend games due to a ban for unsocial behaviour. How was your trip for you personally to the final with the squad, considering you were travelling with the gear underneath, or am I getting you mixed up with somebody else? The Bell Patui (sports guy) was not impressed when you showed up. Yeah, it was we were barred from going to sporting events. And there's actually another story on top
Who was
of that.
barred?
Just a bunch of people. And
it's a safe place, mate.
Well, I was wondering, obviously, being rowdy, but not actually. I wasn't even rowdy time compared. But anyways, it was staff who went and booed the bus. So we knew the kind of final was on. Obviously, Bellew, we mentioned again, good friends of Bellew, so wanted to go to see him, and our school was proud in the final. It was in that loan, and I rang staff at 8 o'clock that morning. And I go, "Where are you?" I was still in bed now at this time, and I go, "Where are you?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm just walking to school." And I go, "Fuck's sake!" I go, "I'm on the bus, the AB bus to Athlone. You said you were going." And I was still in bed, and I don't think I was going to go to school that day. And so staff, when the boys are putting their bags into the underboot of the minibus, hopped in.
No fear of breathing difficulties.
And and went. And then he rang me during it, And he goes, I'll meet you up there, so. And I go, what are you on about? I'm only Mason. And he goes, I'm in the boot of the fucking bus. And I go, yeah, you're not. And he managed to send me a photo of, I already know Nokia, whatever. Anyway, he managed to send me a photo. It was a camera phone, definitely. Yeah, it would have been. And I said, oh, for fuck's sake. So he's breathing through a roll of fibre out of an air vent he was. So got into the school then, and a few other lads were there, and I go, no, how are we going to get alone? No way. So I ended up ringing Mary Bellew, John's mother, brought us, and with a few gins actually. I had brought a bottle of gin from his house, so we arrived over with like a few drinks in Luke's bottles and stuff. Arrived to the match, 50 minutes on. The big cheer went up from the Bears supporters. I remember one of the players got a throw.
Because it was Colin Gall or something, was
Yeah,
it?
he got a throw in and he's got to take it.
I was at that game.
Yeah, I was in that and asked for a swig of the water to drink. Sure, it was pure fucking.
Pure water, yeah.
He drank it and spat it all. You bastards. But that's the one banger thing. Yeah, staff went in the boot of the bus the whole way up, and we were still
And there's
there
that other
then.
time, was there a match in Ballybuffet?
Yeah, we were prepared for that as well, and we opened a 52-seater bus.
I ended up going on that bus.
Yeah.
I was on that bus too, yeah.
Not even in the school, I was on the bus.
And, yeah, the Letterkenny boys give us serious abuse now. They give us bad abuse.
Bad, yeah.
Had to retaliate.
Yeah. Look, we'll tell the story, but unnamed.
Well, I didn't do it, yeah.
I didn't do it either.
Yeah, they were abusing the shite of us and calling us jippos and telling us to go back to our car. I won't say that.
Chanting at us, like,
Chanting, yeah.
So somebody went and got a little milk carton,
Well,
was it?
No. They were throwing, and then
Yeah, they had a little ball that was getting thrown.
Yeah, there was about 7 of us, 10 of us, 12 of us maybe, and there was a good few hundred things. It was in Ballyfay, and they were just abusing us. They had a priest with them trying to control them as well. And they threw a ball at us and hit someone in the head, and we're like, so an unnamed character went and urinated on the ball and threw it back, but lobbed it up like, and a guy caught it, and he goes, he thought that's all he had. And he started singing, smell your hands, and all he hears, he pissed on the ball, father! He pissed on the ball! They had no reaction, they didn't abuse them because
Were you on that?
That was unreal.
Were you on that trip? Would have been probably about 2 years before that. Senior soccer team were in an All Ireland semi-final somewhere up in Donegal. They were playing a team called Falcara, but a person again who shall remain nameless. He's actually become a guard now, but he was. We were there anyway, so the Falcara school was a mixed school.
Yeah.
So obviously, as you're a 15 and 16-year-old, so this particular lad goes up trying to chat up one of them. Turns out she was like, no. She goes, that's my boyfriend there, the captain of the other team, number 4. So I recall about 10 minutes ago, Summerhill scored. We're all jumping around celebrating. Turn around, he's there shifting. That's a real story. The captain of the other team out on the pitch just after conceding, and he shifted her.
I think getting shifted that time.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's loads more some of my stories.
Summerhill.
There was another time, this is my last one, we done a chalk outline of our bodies waiting for economics one morning. Off a body, like, and had a blank, but I don't know what. Must have got a sheet from somewhere, kind of left it to the side, and I think it was Miss O'Donnell arrived up. It was a Monday morning, thought something happened at the weekend in the school. She goes, oh my God!
Some school.
Outrageous.
We actually on the last one, I remember when the new block got whiteboards.
Yeah.
So because he was a great teacher, we had Leo Haggerty for history. Yeah. So we were a small class, there was only about 10 or 11 of us. So we used to always be a double class on a Monday morning, first thing Monday morning history. So like Leo, being the character he is, understood, like, you know. So he used to go out and go for a walk for 5 minutes in between the break between classes. So the first day the whiteboards were in, we drew a dartboard on the board and just started fucking the markers at it. So we were playing darts against the board. He comes back and he's like, lads, what are you after doing? Well, So we used to be Monday morning darts, and yeah, look, that's it. Like, I could talk about Summerhill for.
I can't think of even a quarter of them. It could be a podcast on that, lads.
Could be.
I wasn't accepted the alumni. I didn't apply actually. What have you got, lads? Ross, you had one there, did you?
Yeah, I've got one from Dav MacG. David McGurn, yeah.
Character.
Yeah.
I want to just shout out for you his video on TikTok.
It was on Instagram or something, yeah. We shared it on the page. It gave us a good lift the other night anyways. I enjoyed it. Hello there, fellas. Thanks for the great laughs over the past few weeks. Despite being brutal at sport, I've loved tuning in, and for the final episode, I have a bit of an edge case question. I live in Galway the past few years, but I recall a certain street gang ruling the roost, which is why I got out of Dodge. So I wonder, are the Ross's Point scoundrels still terrorising the streets, or did the Bunanad and Buster boys put some manners on them? Short story long, what's the gang situation like in Sligo these days? Can a one-time Karchner walk the streets safely?
Well, yeah. Regarding a big Cartron Cowboy, I suppose.
He's a Cartron Cowboy, is he? I know the Ross's Point Rascals, or the Ross Point Scoundrels. I thought the Ross Point Rascals. Or was the Cormac Rascals?
Point Scoundrels, yeah.
I think it all comes from the Hill Street Elite, was it? The Hill...
HB, was it?
HB, what were the Crommer Outlaws?
I think something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I know I was part of the Strandhill Surfer Boys.
It was like a home and away, like the
motley crew, yeah, like the River Boys.
The River Boys in home and away.
I think that comes from an old Facebook thread, an old Sligo one, similar to Taxigate that took off years ago. Like it was on Twitter about like fake gang names. There was a few belters thrown out. I can't think of them. The Bun Lad and Buster Boys is pretty good.
I love that, yeah.
Good question, though.
Seems to be safer these days anyway. So return, please, Stephen.
Come home,
David,
come home
to
yeah.
us.
Bring your dance with you.
Have we?
I do, and I'm sorry.
I think we're done with Facebook there now.
There's a
That's
private
my Instagram done.
There's a private one here. I'm going to get it, lads. And we definitely answered this the other night, and I can't remember it. I want to give a shout out as well to Keane O'Grady, who suggested
the photos. Yeah, some great photos.
Good photos come in there as well. Yeah.
Romano has one there as well. I think we sang this the other night. If you had to make your own version of Partridge in a Pear Tree, what would the 12 Sligo examples be? Whether it's characters, pitches, matches, or players.
Did we sang the other night? Was it?
We sang one Dyke.
12 Ronan Dykeses.
Yeah. We gave him the whole lot. The whole shout out.
Didn't record it though somehow.
Did we not?
No, I couldn't find it anywhere.
12 Ronan Dykes. 11. When did we stop? We stopped on 9 Ronan Dykes, 8 Ronan Dykes, 7 Ronan Dykes, 6 Ronan Dykes, 5 Ronan Dykes, 4 Ronan Dykes, 3 Ronan Dykes, 2 Ronan Dykes, and a Ronan.
And Dykesy in something to do with the oak tree, I think.
Dykesy in the oak tree.
Thanks for that, Mono. You're going to have
bring back the oak tree. Knock little down, Aldi down, and bring back where the oak tree was.
Oh, actually, yeah. I forgot about these. There is a couple more.
There definitely is, yeah.
Mark Rowan sent in the triple threat one.
Oh.
What did Michael Murphy spend the money on, or is it still resting on his account?
I've actually very personal grievance of Michael Murphy. Well, we know what he's about, who wankering is. I have different reasons for that. What did he spend it on? Who knows? Who knows? What do you think he spent it on?
I think he's got like a private island or something somewhere. That was a real racket, that after-school study.
Yeah.
Fortunes to be made.
Fucking...
So second part of his...
I want to go back to Michael Murphy for a sec.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah. No. I won't get into it. But like Skull Island, yeah. He's an island with his head in the rock.
Eyeball me. Right, so who has played for Sligo in Gaelic and hurling and for Sligo Rovers? And there's an unexplained asterisk in there.
I would think Conor Griffin.
Yeah, I would thought. Yeah. I think we actually came up with that too the other night. It'd have to be Griffin. I think he must.
They're friendly as well, aren't they?
Must be Griff shouting out there again. And the last one, if you could bring back one closed Sligo business, what would it be? No, that's
Burger King.
That's hummus businesses excluded.
Sorry, post hummus.
Yeah, no, you can't include.
What do you mean? Sure, they're dead for clothes or dead?
I thought he meant hummus as in.
that hummus shop.
I do like a good hummus.
Kate's hummus. Yeah, they're all in the hummus district. Burger King all the way.
Sorry, they were a trades club.
So huge.
Trades club, yeah.
TNC and the trades was outrageous.
Bring your own tool, was it?
No, we invented that bring your own tool night.
So you could dismantle the place.
I forgot about the trades club. You forget like these places.
We had to bring your own tool night. Didn't know about it. It's DIY done.
Do we end up in there like after a grad?
Some grad.
We weren't that grad.
No, I wasn't out. Definitely not. But I was there at the after party because the girls.
Same.
It was Mercy.
We actually might have been drinking out in your house first. I think.
Could have been, yeah.
I thought it was the Mercy.
Yeah.
Trades club.
Trades club. Yeah.
Downstairs.
Oh my
death
trap.
Pub.
Yeah.
They're death trap sober like.
It was some maze inside it as well, wasn't it? Like there was a few different sections.
Fuck on memories off it. It wasn't too clean, anyways.
No, it wasn't. No.
I Burger King.
Yeah, like Burger King would definitely get my vote.
Double bacon cheeseburger and the crack on nights out.
And it's actually
and the blue chair, of course.
Blue chair robbery.
I'd say every 4 to 6 weeks there's a rumour it's back as well.
Yeah, there was a fake Instagram page set up by some sick bastard.
What a play!
I woke up one morning now and I didn't even steal Burger King chairs, but lo and behold, my front garden.
Who put them there? I actually wasn't there.
Peter the pirate that used to work in there.
Yes, imagine. He moved on to another takeaway then. Oh, fuck. No, a takeaway up the country somewhere. I met him and he was Galway. No, because you'd know it's in Galway because it's Sligo contingent. Maybe it was Dublin. I walked in, the pirate was there and he had a big greeting for me.
Great man. Oh. So we're going, Ross, anything to add? Or just Burger King?
No, I was just trying to think of a tune that you actually made along the Samson Cider to the James Blunt, but there might have been to the tune of James Blunt.
Jesus.
But Burger King might have been mentioned in it as well. I don't know why it brings me back.
I'll do well to remember that. Would it be on the old Samson United? We tried to set up a football club, you know.
We did actually, yeah.
With a training session called Samson United FC, with a website.
I made a website for us when we were about 18.
I think David Curley was at the training. We trained on the
IT pitch.
rugby
Congrats
pitch.
to Carly, of course.
Oh, he got engaged, yeah. To his namesake, Lucy.
Yeah. Good to see.
I can't remember that song, Roscoe. Sorry.
I'll come back to it, yeah.
I think...
This is the festive questions. Was there any Christmas question, lads?
No, well, that you see, after Fitzo asked, we had planned one time to do, rather than 12 pubs of Christmas, it was going to be the 12 chicken wings of Christmas.
Oh, I love chicken.
Where you'd start in, so Fitzo was just asking about that. I think the plan was you'd start in Aussies. We had actually cards.
Would we just kind of make this as our lunchbox segment quickly, and we'll talk about the best wings in Sligo and where to get them from?
But yeah, sorry, so we had Julian Rippon actually in Berkey came up with the idea. So we were going to start in, you're having 1 pint and you're obviously having a couple of wings in each place. But we were starting in Aussies and Ross's Point, getting the bus to the venue. Strand. We'd actually mapped out a route.
No wings in the Strand.
Oh.
No.
Well,
unless you get in at lunchtime, maybe they do it the odd day. I know.
So you made your way in. Yeah, anyway, so we go for best wing. Best wing in Sligo, what do you think?
I like Aussies.
Aussies are great.
Aussies are very nice.
I can't not say
the venue's fairly fair good
do you
as
reckon?
well. I like the venue ones as well. Yeah,
both of them. I wouldn't be. No, they wouldn't be in my top 3 nearly.
Oh,
I love the dip in the bistro ones and the sauce. Very nice.
Yeah. You were Rugatino.
The flip side one.
Fabrica is actually pretty good.
Fabrica,
Flip side, yeah. I like a. I'm not really into hot one. I like a sticky one. Where the fuck?
I like the honey ones. The honey
I was nowhere on this side for left field. The Crows on. Done unbelievable wings. Yeah.
The Crows did a nice chicken fillet burger there towards the end of it.
They did. That was nice.
I was a wingman. Like if I was out, I nearly get like a main for wings and just a few chippies.
I know I've said it. I think I said it in last week's show. But if you're in the Top Supper Club now, they do.
What did they do a wing as well?
Sticky chicken Korean wing.
Did you have one last night?
No, I didn't. Did I have them last night? I can't even remember. No, I had pizza last night, I think.
Must mention this is our Christmas Mark II, lads. We recorded these questions on the thing.
Another question that we attempted to do several times the last night was the darts question.
Yeah, I've got it here. If you're a darts player, what would your nickname? It's from Enda Mitchell. If you were a darts player, what would your nickname be? Your nickname? What would be your walk-on tune? And finally, what would be your special quirk? Now, I think I answered this, and I think I got a bit rude. So I'm delighted that wasn't recorded. I call myself the Touch my Partland. My walk-in would be the song you might hear at Mass. He is Lord, He is Lord, He is risen from the dead. Just a thing. And my special quirk would be throwing out bits of Holy Communion to the crowd.
I can't even remember what I said the other night. I would call myself Danger, just Danger.
Yeah. I actually, sorry to interrupt you, I had we're not Joe from Austin Powers, Danger middle name.
Oh, yeah.
Phil Galler's come up again here. When he used to be the school bank official, he came up to open the bank accounts in the 2nd or 3rd in Summerhill. And I wrote down my application as Adrian Danger my Partland. No, sorry, it was just Danger my Partland. And like he done the card up for me. And so it's Danger Part. So,
actually, this is a nice segue into my one because in my IAB days as well, somebody was able to change the names on our cards. And when I came back from Australia there 4 years ago and I was ordering my bank card, they're like, Rosso boys, like, yeah, they're like, do you want that name on your card or do you want the other name? I was like, like it's been like 9 years since I was in the country. I was like, what's the other name? I'm like, the Boiler Coaster. And I was like, yeah, I'll have that. So that's still the name of the bank card to this day. Yeah, but the other good one about that is, do you remember we're in
crackers we had?
We had unreal ones. Do you remember the time we were in Markovich Park and staff dropped the wallet?
Yeah.
So we're all sitting down.
Right out over the intercom.
Yeah, we're all sitting down and we were sitting down and it was a quiet enough part of the match.
Game, yeah.
And then
Rob doing a Harris hat that day as well.
Yeah, over the intercom then. A wallet has been found for the staff meister. Could the staff read out in Markovich Park? Could the staff meister please come? So then everyone in the stadium is looking around. Staff has to stand up like the slow walk towards the. It was unbelievable.
Shout out to the Bit of Red podcast, Shane McGoldrick's wedding. One of the potters from that, I left my wallet behind at his wedding, and my name at the time was the A Train on my card. Like, and I only had a card. That's the only deal. She goes, and what's the name? We have a wallet here, but it was not even card. What's the name on the card? Like, the A Train. She goes, yeah, that's yours. So
I remember Bellew asked me, he goes, oh, bro, it's cool. You send me a name with a cool name on it, will you? I was like, yeah, I will. Yeah. He got his Ian Beale. He's like, young bollocks.
Brian Hines was the good doctor, wasn't he?
Yeah. McHugh was Patrick Swayze, I think. Or McCudie. He'd McCudie at one stage as well. Owen McCudie.
I'd have Adrian McParty card as well.
McParty as well, yeah. Jesus, that caused havoc. Actually, that's really like it's so illegal. It's fraud, like. But
sorry, Murty hasn't even. What are you going to say?
no, the darts to finish off with my.
You didn't answer his question.
Did you?
Oh, did I? Oh,
No.
yeah. I was danger. That sent us off in a different spiral.
Jesus.
I'd obviously walk into danger zone.
Oh yes,
Of course, and maybe my special quip would be that I would wire my dart throwing arm with electric wire. So when you want to shake the opposition, he goes, "Oh,
one of those little buzzer things."
Unreal. Well, I said my name there, the boiler coaster, so I'd keep that, and my entrance music will be like a rowdy version of "Life Is a Roller Coaster" by Ronan Keating.
That brings back a memory to the night. Now, yeah, you definitely said that one.
Yeah. So that'll be, and yeah, the special quirk. I know. I'd imagine myself as a kind of a Chaz Michaels like character coming out in the leather pelt. So that'll be my thing now. Yeah.
Right. There's one here I didn't notice. Ryan Bailey asked, forget about McGregor versus Logan Paul. What about McGregor versus Paul Logan?
yeah,
good battle in ensue in a free-taking competition.
Yeah, well, it's once like maybe a triple threat match with 3 different sports.
What are we turning? Actually, did you? Like, I was on Facebook. I won't be on Facebook too much. And WWE came up, and Randy Orton killed a man by setting him on fire the other night.
I've seen somebody at the sport. Yeah, it was
I noticed that too. Actually,
an inferno match. An inferno match, I believe.
You win by setting your man on fire.
Something like that. Yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Vince knows.
That could be. SCW could get out with that one.
Yeah. We have to give SCW the shout out.
Yeah, Gino sent in a nice voice message.
We might just play that now, and then we'll.
Yeah, it's a good.
Hi guys, I'd like to wish the listeners of the Sligo Way podcast Happy Christmas, a Happy New Year. Hopefully next year things might pick up. For anybody who owns a bar or a restaurant, I'd like to let them know Gary Clancy is the #1 troublemaker in Sligo town, to keep him out. And hopefully next year is the return of SCW. What you gonna do, brother, when SCW runs wild on you? Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, that's our good councillor, ex-mayor Gino. What a hero, lads. Bouncer as well, the bouncer.
Oh, Hogan.
Brilliant. Thanks for the kind wish, Gino. SCW lads.
Yeah, so Shooter sent us a text the other day basically saying to us that Gino's interview last week had rekindled the flame inside him for
Sligo Championship Wrestling.
To see the return of it. So I think basically he asked us to use our voice and medium to see if any places in the Northwest had a place they could use as a training facility.
Anything he reckons.
Yeah, an old shed. Kind of an old shed, warehouse, so something that they can put up a ring and not have to... I think it's quite a bit of work to put these rings up and then...
it is, yeah. But geez, there's loads of places around Sligo. There must be someone.
There must be someone out there.
Geez, that'd be great now from this Christmas show if we could get something out of it, if we could get the boys in SCW a ring.
That's the plea. So this is Gino's Christmas plea. Spread your goodwill this time of year. Do something nice for the boys in SCW, Sligo Championship Wrestling.
That'd be great now. It'd be great for the boys.
Yeah, and then we'll sell out the showgrounds with a big event.
Yeah. And we are definitely doing commentating. That's
100%.
That's the only thing.
An inferno match to finish.
An inferno match, yeah.
Gino's dead. Is that all the questions, lads?
I think that's the wrap for our correspondence.
Very good. That's the Christmas correspondence part 2 because that had to be redone.
Wait a second.
Sorry, shit.
We have saved one part of the correspondence from last night.
Oh, go on.
So look, folks, this was taken at the very end of the night. We were quite disheveled, but basically an old friend of the show, Frankie Feeney, sent us in a question for Murty. It's a little bit of a stitch up. We're a little bit disheveled, a little bit worse for wear. So we might just play that now. And what segment? What are we going to next?
When we come back, we're going to head to Rugby with Paddy Pearson for a live interview.
Happy Christmas, lads. Frankie Feeney here, and my question is for Murty. Trent, as you know, my area of expertise tends to be the greyhound racing, and I've spent many an enjoyable afternoon with you down in the bookies, both at home and abroad. Would you be able to fill us in on some of your more memorable days back in the horses and the greyhounds?
That's actually a great question in from Frankie. It probably relates back to the story. I don't know if you noticed, lads, but we bought a greyhound back in the day. We brought a greyhound back.
We pooch?
Yeah, we pooch, yeah. Crash Junior, he was called.
Crash Junior?
Yeah.
After Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Well, no, he was bred by a dog out of Crash. I'd have a good few gambling stories, but Crash Junior just there was 8 of us back in the good old days of the Celtic Tiger. We all bought a dog, tripped in him out. I'd say we all dumped about $1,000 each on it. We saw him run once. The best probably 4 seconds of my life, he broke from the traps in Longford, and he was like
what trap was he in?
He was trap 2. Oh. But the interesting thing was, we went up and the trainer had told us he wasn't going to win, right? So, but we go up, and obviously the bookies are seeing like this load of lads. We were there taking photos of the dog, blah blah blah. Yeah. So the lads at the bookies were obviously thinking, "Well, this is a cert." So the dog opened up 4-6, right? So I was kind of standing there going,
"You think he knew himself that he went down nods?"
Yeah. He was 4-6,
4-6 on,
and this fucking. So I was kind of standing there going, "Well, I can't back against my own dog." Or can I?
Lovely pooch, yeah.
Yeah, lovely pooch. So anyway, trap 6. I think we were in trap 2. Trap 6 was an absolute certainty. He was 9-4. So I piled a 6 dog. I don't know. It might be illegal actually if you back against your own dog. But our fella broke, and for the first 4 or 5 seconds of the race, it was fucking amazing. He showed so much speed to the bend. Wow. But he actually led for the first 100 meters. The bend was probably 160 meters up, and he was last to the bend.
Good load, did he?
Oh, he was gone. Yeah, finished last. Yeah.
And what happened to him
then? Yeah, like we just had to kind of.
The big puppy farm in the sky?
No. We got him adopted. He found a home, Crash Jr. He found a home.
And what did that turn you off owning dogs as a pet?
Yeah, well, like, look, we literally dropped. I'd say this was probably 2007. Peak Celtic Tiger.
And Sligo winning championship.
Yeah, eight of us dumped $1,000 on this dog each, right?
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, we saw absolutely no return on our investment.
21 years old, right?
It was the Celtic Tiger, like your money wasn't an object. They were actually great times. Like there was a time I remember Sligo, even when Frankie's on about gambling stories there. I have a good few gambling tales to tell. But there was one week I remember Sligo were playing down, up and down. It was actually about 2 months before we bought the dog.
Fuji.
And it was the first game in Division 2. Sligo were playing down, way up and down. And we knew a couple of lads in the panel, and the lads basically told us, like, we're training shite, everything's shite, blah, blah, blah.
Fergus Horn, the guys.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Fergus. But yeah. So we were told to back down -2. So it was at that time, like, I would have left myself with no money. Like, I literally would have on the Saturday went in and backed down minus. In the end, the handicap had moved to 3 points, right? Joe Duffy's back. The handicap moved to 3 points.
Did you ever buy a dog yourself?
Yeah. Well, like that. I just told the story there, Ross.
Did your family ever buy one?
Oh, do we have a pet?
Yeah.
Oh, we had a pet back in the day. Yeah.
What's his name?
Not
Missy, no.
Is it Missy? No.
Hold on a minute.
We heard you're
Frankie was telling us
you're a pet lover.
And there was a meeting. There was a family meeting.
A big debate went on one day about
I can't believe you set me up like this. Yeah, Mum and Dad gave away a dog because we were both working full time.
That's what we heard.
And I was devastated.
We heard the
You were devastated.
We heard the three brothers crucified him.
There was a 4-1 family vote, and you voted.
We heard it was he. We heard it was the
that's
Oh right. We heard it was the siblings that executed him.
Frankie.
How does Frankie know the name of the dog?
Frankie told us you were
Missy
pretty upset.
was Missy the name of the dog?
Missy.
Yeah.
I don't think my brothers would remember that. How the fuck does he remember?
Frankie told me you were pretty upset.
Look, Mark, there's lots of big fans of the pod all over the place. And what kind of pooch?
Frankie told us you were pretty heartbroken.
But what kind of pooch was Missy?
She was a King Charles.
And was she a Christmas dog?
No, she was. I can't remember how she was bought. She was bought anyway, but we.
But why was she crucified a week later?
She wasn't crucified. No.
Just killed.
No, she was given away to her cousins.
In the fire.
I can't believe you remembered the name of the dog.
Look, Murty, we've everybody news in the whole town.
Yeah, we do. We're the Sligo Way pod. I'd expect you to have done your research.
Yeah, we do a big research about you. And you're wearing your white fronts today?
How are you now? Conan O'Donnell here from New Zealand. Just want to wish a happy Christmas to all the Sligo Way podcast listeners. I'm thoroughly enjoying it from this side of the country. And I just want to give a big shout out to Shane O'Hare, that bollocks.
Willie John McBride, rugby section at the Christmas special. Roscoe, how are you?
I'm good, Adrian.
You look very festive here in front of me in your Santa outfit.
Thank you very much.
Right, what's on the agenda this week, Roscoe?
Well, delighted to announce on the agenda this week we have the head coach of the Sligo senior team with us here, sitting on the couch, Patrick Pearson. Welcome to the podcast.
Cheers, lads. It's a pleasure to be here, and The Guinness is gorgeous.
Yeah, and in case you don't understand that, Paddy is from New Zealand, but they do speak English. Roscoe, we want to talk Sligo Rugby eventually with Paddy, but what you make of the province's 3 games in the Highland Cup so far? Munster with the big win there.
Yeah, we just watched the tail end of the Munster game there. That was a massive win for them in Clermont. CJ Stander got a try there. Yeah. They would have been a bit rode off, but really a good result, massive for them in the shape of the tournament.
And Leinster this morning, did you watch it?
Didn't get to see much of Leinster this morning, no.
I watched it.
How was it?
They weren't themselves.
No?
They were not themselves. Something is not right in D4. What was that old Hamlet saying? Something's rotten in the state of Denmark.
Foul in the state of Denmark.
Yeah, something's foul in the state of Ballsbridge. But anyways, go to... And, sorry, our guest, Owen said, you'll have your pound of flesh. I'll get you on the paddock someday. Roscoe, I'm going to let you talk rugby with Paddy here. Great to have him here with us on the couch. One of Sligo Sports' greatest imports ever, and I'll stand by that.
Yeah, correct. We said it a few weeks ago in the show. The question was raised to us who was one of the best imports, and we said, I said Patrick Pearson, hands down. Done it all on the pitch as a player, won junior cups, and now he's here, still lingering around like a bad smell.
He's not a bad smell at all, I'd say. He smells like
a beautiful smell.
Fresh forest. Anyways, I'll let you at it, lads.
Yeah, no, Patrick, good to have you here. So, we're going to do a rugby review for the year, from the year of 2020, and I didn't have time to do any prep at all, so I said, hold on a second. Paddy actually lives across the road from me, so we'll get him in here to do a little bit in the show and talk about the year 2020 that was rugby, a strange year with COVID. So, Paddy, thanks to have you here. What do you think yourself? Where are we going with rugby this year? And what's your guts? Are we going to get back on the pitch this year?
It's
not this year, obviously, 2021.
It's very hard to say. It could be. We're supposed to be back in January, obviously, but that's looking unlikely now. So we'll probably plan ahead as though we're going to have games in January, but the likelihood it could be a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, we just, as I said, it was looking like it's January, but you'd imagine if there's another lockdown, then it could potentially be February, March. But, Paddy, we had a good enough start to the season. We were unbeaten, so it's fair to say that we'd be pretty keen for the Energy League to recommence.
Yeah, it'd be great to finish the season. Obviously, we got off to a bit of a flyer, and when we looked at the draw, Bucks away, we'd never beaten them before. If we can win that game on the road first up, we should be able to do the
really, was that
double.
The first time you won away in Buccaneers?
Well, this is debated actually. I said it was the first time we won, but then speaking to Michael O'Hare, he reckons we bet them in in Cleaver about 6 years ago. He reckon
Cleaver?
Yeah, sorry, opposite the sports complex. Apparently we played
the game.
Yeah, apparently we played there about 6 or 7 years ago.
There.
Yeah, that's news to me on you.
Yeah, I thought it was news to me as well.
So for a charity game, was it?
Yeah, that was news to me as well. But
the hair cream bun challenge or something.
But yeah, look, it's the first time that I knew that we bet them at a senior level and away from home as well.
And it was actually a good tonk.
It was a good comprehensive victory as well. So we were delighted with that. So what a great start to the season.
Yeah, it was a great start, and then obviously we had a bit of a derby there with Ballina. It's always good to go there and put 40 points on them.
And especially with Gavin Foley coaching them.
Yeah, that was interesting. We flavoured to the contest, like not that it needs any more. But
Paddy, I'll let Ross go into the game against Ballina in more depth. But what about the hit on Roscoe?
Yeah,
whiplash. That was fucking brilliant.
That was filthy. Could have finished me.
I was thinking
you finished a long time ago, mate.
It was one of the key moments of the season.
Come on.
The Ballina winger decapitated Ross O'Boyle, and
he had previous. Ron Meredith's coming in here taking a mic.
And were the in-laws up in Ballina watching you, or was it just?
Yeah, the father-in-law was there now to see me getting smashed in his home turf. It was a nice moment.
Did the train call off the wedding?
No, the wedding wasn't called off, thankfully.
The in-laws were there. Hang on a second here. It was middle of lockdown at that time. There was no one allowed the games.
He was actually a steward that day.
Yes.
Umpire, yeah.
Okay.
The high vis on anyways, and in Ireland if you have a high vis on, it's fair game.
Yeah. That's my father said to me. Sorry, Paddy, go ahead.
The physio actually looked at me after it happened and said, do we need to call an ambulance? And I said, we'll just give him a few seconds now. He might come around. And to be fair to him, he got up. I'm not sure how. He might actually post that video up.
No, Tansy actually posted in our Sligo Pod WhatsApp group there the other day. But I actually got the ball back on the ground and we played on. But anyways, it was a bit of crack, and that was the last game there. But we played Wegians as well, and we were due to play Corinthians, which would have been the last team that we had to play in the first round of the Connacht League. Paddy, that's always a bit of a derby match against Corinthians as well.
Yeah, it's always pretty salty. It's sort of back and forth. We've had a good ding-dong battle with them the last few years. We had Corinthians at home, then Buccaneers at home. The two games coming up, so obviously if we had picked out wins there, we'd probably odds on there to take out both the cups.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed that there's a return to some sort of normality in sport. I know that the IRFU are pushing for games to go ahead in level 3. There's been messages sent to us. The IRFU were putting messages out with the Connacht branch saying that they're committed to engaging with the government and seeing if they can get us back. But back to the year 2020 as a whole. Last year the season was interrupted as well. We were pushing for playoffs. I felt we were going strong towards the end of last season.
Yeah, I think the way it was working out, we're looking for a playoff position. That was always our goal. I was happy with the way we were tracking. It was just a real shame to finish like that. Obviously, probably more of a sickness or a couple of other teams that were probably looking for straight promotion. But it was a successful year. We obviously won the double for the first time.
And I suppose, Paddy, one of the big things is we have a very young squad. So, personally yourself, you've been around now with these players for a long time. Would it be quite a satisfying part of your role, the development of the young players?
Yeah, it's probably the most satisfying. When we looked at the start of the season, obviously you could some teams were going, there's no relegation, we'll just develop and stuff like that. But that's a soft option.
Can I just put in there, Paddy, for a second? It was one of my bugbears when Irshot knew that the AL was coming back in January for 9 games and there was no promotion or relegation.
Yeah.
Like, it's grand playing games, but you have to be some reward, I thought.
There has to be some sort of a card.
As a coach, surely you wanted some sort of tangible reward at the end of it.
Well, we were just going out to win what was put in front of us. Like, it wasn't a case of, we don't care because there's no relegations.
Yeah, I don't mean relegation. I mean promotion. Sorry, actually meant promotion. Like, you want to achieve and go ahead. So I thought it was a wasteful year when they said you can't go up or down. Like,
kind of, yeah,
because you're primed to go up. I thought
it would have been lopsided without the home and away structure.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
So it could have been tough on some teams. Obviously, we would have taken it either way because we're too good a team.
You'd fancy anyone home or away?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, well, that's it. We've beaten everyone that we can at home. We've fair known in the league. We were showing a bit of consistency. We showed some consistency this year. So, we're hoping that it resumes so that at least we can try and get some silverware for the Energy League, and then it's that'll be a great way to do something nice in the year that has been COVID.
Yeah, exactly. And I think when you look at last year, we lost nearly a whole Type 5 except for Cuba.
Yeah.
So it could have been concerning, but we had some great lads jump in, and then on top of that, all the under-18s coming through.
And Paddy, you've been doing a little bit of work there in the last couple of months actually with the under-18s. So I mean, how are you enjoying that? And is there any signs of more fellas coming into the senior fold from there as well down the line?
Yeah, it's good. It's refreshing coaching sort of lads you don't know, and just getting to learn a few more things. And I think there's a good handful coming through next year as well. So it's going to bode well for Sligo in the next few years.
Yeah, good stuff.
Paddy, I remember I mentioned a few pods I was up watching on my lunch break, my extended lunch break, watching Connacht Academy train because they train on the pitch right beside the car park. Hubert Gilvary was very good, outstanding in the first few games. He'll be a loss now when he comes back, obviously.
Yeah, he's a loss, but that's what we're trying to do. Obviously, pushed him into Connacht. So I chatted to him a couple of days ago, and he's into the Irish 20s training squad now.
Very interesting. Was he in the Irish 20s?
He's just been called in.
Oh, fantastic!
So he'll be off there on the 21st, I believe.
Yeah, that's unreal for a fella that didn't make the full academy when he finished school to just get called up late into the academy and now been brought into the Irish 20s,
as well,
even as a training
It's
squad.
great for club football in Sligo for Clare and that he's gone for some areas too. And Hubert, many good years at rugby we wish you. But I don't know, but like, it's great. It's you say that because I know, like, I'm coaching Clare or whatever. I'd be half selfish. You want to take care of yourself in a way. Well, fully selfish, yeah.
When Eric Elwood
22-inch pizza here beside me, I'm going to eat it all myself.
He was, sorry, he's not going to be available for the season, so. But at the same time, if he's going to get into the Irish 20s or even get a sniff, get some A games in Connacht,
if he eventually comes back, it's massive. Yeah.
We have quality 9s in our squad anyway, so. We have Brendan Cunningham there, and
yeah, it's crazy now. So obviously Hubert's in the Connacht setup now as a scrum half. That's where they're rating.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah, so you'd imagine now in Connacht they have 5 professional scrum halves now, and Hubert is joining Stephen Cairns in the rank. So Murty is joining us there.
I was just thinking the club would be well known for producing scrum halves, would it?
Will be.
Like when you arrived, Paddy, who would have been your favourite scrum half to play with?
Oh, probably Billy Leahy.
Yeah, I would have thought. Yeah, but he was good at he was dynamic, quick ball.
Yeah.
No, Billy played 9, and then
Billy was.
I was actually edging towards Billy was good at getting good, quick, clean ball to the out half, whereas Frankie Feedy now, slow and sluggish. Yeah.
Yeah, Frankie Freeney, he's a great chatter on the field now.
Frankie Freeney.
Freeney, yeah. Oh, was it Feeney? Oh, sorry, I've forgotten his name. What?
It's English, yeah. He's a Maori. He's a Maori. But I suppose, Paddy, what would you say? Like, how did you end up in Sligo?
That's a good question. No, I suppose it was a while ago now, but the plan was to probably come here for my off season and play, and then head back, and then that didn't quite go to plan, and I ended up coming back and met my beautiful wife.
What age were you when you handed over? Yeah. What age were you when you handed over, Paddy?
I was about 25.
20, yeah. And you fell in with a bad bunch of characters.
I surely did. I got put into a flat now around the corner from some absolute characters now, and let me think. Simon Coulter would have been one of them. Ross O'Boyle.
Jesus. Yeah, look, it's not easy for any man to come over here, and you definitely exploded when you first come over here onto the pitch. Try scoring exploits. The year you first come over here, like, how did we finish in the league? Like, that wasn't the year that was success. It was 2 or 3 years down the line, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a couple of years. I think one of the years I come back, we actually finished second in every competition, and then the next year we won every competition. So,
what year was that, Paddy? Sorry. Was
2000.
that junior?
It was junior rugby. That's when we got
Jesus
promoted
Christ. But you obviously played
junior rugby. Yeah.
Did you play with Sligo?
I played junior rugby here. Yeah, when I first came.
And we just said a couple of weeks ago. We were talking about Kakabar, and Kaka's first game for Sligo was actually Paddy's first game for Sligo as well, against Buccaneers. Yeah, you remember? What's your memories of that game?
Language barrier.
My memories were we were actually winning the game. It was on their seconds pitch, and I heard a noise. I think I might have been playing 10. I heard this funny noise. And I turned around, and Kaka was headbutting the goalpost.
He was playing fullback that day.
Yeah, I was like, holy hecker, what the hell's going on here?
Standard Georgian tactic.
My father played for Georgia. Walked into here. He proceeded to kick every goal in the match.
John McAdsey.
I'm not sure why he was headbutting the post, but
he was 39 that day.
Yeah.
And what would be your favourite Sligo Rugby Club memory, Paddy? There was a couple of good days there on the beer.
Been a few.
I think. Do you remember the first day you won that Connacht Junior Cup down in Galway? That was a great day. Great day on the beer.
Did you get bring into the showgrounds at one stage? Did you?
We went into the showgrounds at half time to present a trophy and got a standing ovation.
Dixie Dean to be turning his grave.
Des Butler was suited and booted behind us he looked like Julius Caesar with his hands up in the air.
And then he just turns the thumb down at the Coliseum.
It was actually one of my most nervous times. Thinking
in the showgrounds.
What are these?
What
are these Rovers lads going to think of us walking in the middle?
Oh, they'll get you, those Rovers lads. Believe me.
We got a standing ovation. It was actually class. Yeah.
I can't be 25 when you're doing. When did you last play rugby, Paddy?
Jeez.
Well, unofficially, you played a game against Ballyhonus a couple of years ago.
Don't tell the missus.
Oh, yes.
The moderator. Yeah. We have the moderator's email address now.
Actually, the moderator actually emailed me during the week looking for the Connacht Junior plate from the
you sent the
2018 season. So I text Gary Golden. Apparently, he was the last man to have the Connacht Junior plate.
It was in the Village Inn on Monday. Well, that's I called down to the Greenchie.
So I asked Gary, I was like, Gary, supposedly you have the Connacht Junior plate. You know, he goes, I don't know, Ross. Last I seen it was in the Village Inn. So the moderator's not going to be happy when he hears of this news.
Scoundrels in the Village Inn for rugby there. Padge, I have one more question. Okay. Well, a series of questions. I gave Gino a few quick fire ones last week, so I'll give one. So I'll start with Trevor or Joe Sweeney.
Oh, Jesus.
No, quick. First thing was your fucking head. Trevor Joe Sweeney.
Trevor.
Oh.
Jesus, Joe.
Hey, Joe, not like that. No. Billy or Brendan Lee?
Oh, Billy.
Roger or Billy?
Billy.
Joe or Simon Coulter?
Joe Coulter.
Joe Walsh or Russell Boyle?
Joe Walsh.
Excellent, Paddy. That's me for Paddy. Anything else, Roscoe?
No, that's it, Paddy. We're delighted to have you. We're privileged to have you here. You've made a massive influence on a lot of the young fellas coming through.
A good cunt, as I say, in New Zealand.
We didn't think we'd have you back this year, and we're lucky to have you back. And the players are delighted to have you back this year. So hopefully we can get back onto the pitch and win a bit of silverware.
Yeah, and hopefully, Owen, the symbols you were doing behind us, hopefully you'll give it to us all. Go ahead, Paddy.
Yeah. Cheers. Thanks very much, lads. I appreciate it. You're doing great things now for Sligo.
We are doing great things for Sligo. We really are. It's about time someone has said it.
I just wanted to give a shout out to a good friend of ours in the rugby club, Aidan Buckley.
Oh yeah.
He's going through a tough time at the moment, and we're we're all thinking of him. He's a legend of the Sligo Rugby Club.
He's an Alakadoo.
He's an Alakadoo of the best. So, just a shout out to him as well.
Big time, yeah. Things still go well in the Rugby Club, lads, and hope the new year brings even better things. Murty, bring back Paddy's jacket, please.
Yes,
please.
Season episode 3, you mentioned that.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Paddy. Good man.
Right, lads. Sorry, we're back. No, I didn't. Paddy, sorry to keep you again. Just got a late call in as you were on the chat there from a man who's very concerned about Sligo Rugby Club. Willie's on the line. Willie, how are things? How are you?
Hello.
Hello, Willie. How are you?
Hello, how are you, Adrian?
I'm not too bad now. Welcome to the Sligo Way podcast. Willie, you have a question for Paddy Pearson, head coach. Hello.
I heard
Hello.
the call, the podcast.
Yeah.
And I know Pat. I know him from the rugby club,
Pat Pearson, yeah.
And I wanted to ask a hypothetical question.
Right. Go ahead. No, will I open the floor to you and you and Paddy?
If you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Paddy. Willie's on the line there.
Willie, how are you, mate?
Hello, Pat.
How are your things?
How are things?
Great, Willie. They're great.
How is all the family?
Family's great, yeah. Looking forward to Christmas, Willie.
Very caring man is Willie Rogers.
Pat, and I was from the National Sports Council of Ireland. And I was to offer you €10,000 in cash. By the way, which improve the drainage in Sligo Rugby Club.
Why? Can I wonder? Why? What needs to be done in the rugby club? Why would you improve?
It's a long story, Adrian.
Yeah.
And it involves you heavy old dropping the rain,
Okay.
But anyway, the question's for Pat.
Sorry, I'll back off now. Paddy.
Pat, the
Pat, yeah.
Please, I don't know. What's wrong with the drainage in Sligo? The pitch is in immaculate condition.
Story,
The pitch is in immaculate condition now with the all-weather gone in. Things are looking good.
Indeed, and it didn't always used to be that way.
I don't
It
know.
would be my suggestion that you dig a trench about a foot deep, 12 inches by 18 inches. You'd fill that with Taram geotextile. You'd put 2 runs of 3-inch perforated line drainage. You'd wrap the Taram back over it. You'd sprinkle a little bit of 2-inch clean stone on top of it. And you'd wrap the Taram back round it.
Willie, you must have worked in the land over your life. You're very knowledgeable.
I'm in the land since I'm a pup.
Okay, what did you know, Willie?
Well, do you believe me if I told you I'll be 70 years of age?
Oh, wow.
Sounds good though. Like we're always looking for upgrades out in the rugby club. Obviously, 10 grand might they might
Couldn't
get.
put a machine in that pitch in the field below in the rugby club though.
No,
Have to be done by hand and shovel.
Wow. Okay, Willie, you're looking for a bit of labour, it sounds to me.
I've 2 nephews out of work with the COVID, you see.
Okay.
And they'll be grand lads to go, like.
And what kind of age or growth are they?
The youngest lad is 16.
Okay, yeah. And the oldest?
He's early 40s.
Aye, wow. They're 2 hearty lads.
He had a honeymoon,
He's married?
in the Bahamas.
Oh, wow. So, can we forget about Paddy for a second?
They were surfing over there.
Well, look, Willie, I can talk to Mickey O'Hare now and see if he can.
We need to finish it up.
Get the young lads in now. Dig up the end goal, maybe.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Willie, you've absolutely sabotaged this call here. So what's your main point for Paddy? If he had 10 grand, what would you do at the rugby
The
club?
drainage needs attention in the rugby club.
Well, I'd say fix the fucking toilets. They're disgusting.
There's nothing for the language.
Right. Back with the GEA.
Good luck.
Right, okay. It's GEA take 2, lads, because I believe we done it the other night and it's gone missing.
I think myself and Baz were chatting for about an hour or so.
Probably no harm it went
Good
missing.
contact
Jesus,
there,
hardly
so-
that long, was it?
I'm telling you, it wasn't very off of it. Why can't
About GEA?
Yeah, we must have went off tangent though. Sure, that kind of happens sometimes.
You'd have to
doesn't
think. Right.
it? The All-Ireland final.
Huh?
The All-Ireland final, I suppose.
Yeah. Went the way probably most people expected.
Yeah, I thought...
Mayo to keep up to a certain point. And,
Goal in the first couple of seconds.
Yeah, again, like, it's amazing. Like,
13 seconds.
13
You weren't
seconds.
even in the door when the score went.
No, they conceded the goal by the
You
time we
have to
got
think they're cursed when stuff like that happens, wouldn't you?
A stat today saying in their last 6 at Ireland's include replays, their opposition's first score 4 times been a goal.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Because I actually backed Dean Rock to score the first point, and I'm a bit annoyed. Why didn't you back
He
first?
scored 3.
Yeah, he scored 3. But anyway, look, I thought they did well. There was at one stage we were watching it, and we thought, you know, it might happen.
I
But
got a bit of fucking a knot in my stomach at one stage.
Yeah.
That I thought, right, they're actually going to do
10
it
minutes
here.
into the second half.
Yeah. I know, yeah, it's still early and I shouldn't have been so naive, but I thought, right, here's the chance.
thought so as well. Yeah, they just couldn't lay a glove on them that last 15
So what was
minutes.
it? Like just obviously the Dublin bench is unreal.
Well,
like.
that's a massive difference.
Yeah.
Massive.
And they looked like they were fit. Like, look, the Mayo lads are obviously super fit, but like they definitely
That
had some sort of-
intensity.
yeah, it was. I think it was that edge and like condition, and they're essentially a professional team. So
Yeah, they were just. I don't think Dublin played overly fantastic or anything, and they just cruised through it. A few decisions was, there were no turning points. Lee Keegan should have had a free for that shoulder in his chest by Michael Fitzsimons.
Yeah.
That's a point.
That's a point.
I
Right?
know
That was at a. That might have put Mayo ahead at
yeah,
the time,
it
did
was
it?
tight then. But like they really pressed on the kickouts in the first half. They were excellent at them, but then Cluxton seemed to sort it out in the second half. And I don't. That could be done to fitness again. Like it's hard to keep it up for 70 minutes. Clark's kickouts were grand in the first half, probably, but.
You always felt too that Mayo were going to have to score goals at some stage.
They had to, yeah. They didn't have a goal.
I can't even remember a chance, no.
I had to watch it back yesterday, to be honest. And again this morning, I watched the Sunday game this morning again. So I've watched it 3 times now, -1 really. Look, it's just, I don't know, did it come again? No, Shane must hate football.
See the photograph.
The photo's
of him,
unreal, it's absolutely excellent. Sums up everything.
Heartbreaking for him, isn't it?
It is, but he hasn't scored in an All-Ireland final. That is a crazy stat.
Crazy stat.
The amount of minutes he's played and everyone, like, he's never been taken off one, I don't think. Yeah. He's played, what, 6, 7?
It's unbelievable. Like, I used to always kind of laugh at them losing the finals, but, you know, it gets to the stage now where, like, the likes of O'Shea, you know, the O'Shea's, fucking Lee Keegan.
O'Connor.
O'Connor.
Like,
They deserve All-Ireland.
The first half, he's unmarked early.
Yeah. If they'd won, like, I always, looking back with them, like, if they'd won one, you probably would have fancied them to go on win or 2 or 3, but it was just getting over the line. I think, like, the best chance they had, I think, was 2014. They were the best team in the country in 2014. Like, that was a bad Kerry team that won that final. Yeah.
That was
still in the first game. They were 4 points up going into injury time and couldn't deal with Donaghy. You know, how do you get, you know? But anyway, you'd feel for them now at this stage.
Well, I was saying how did it come back, but the only thing, it might work for them, they're probably back in 3 weeks' time. Because the All-Ireland final is only about 6.5 months away, 7 months away.
Right, so yeah, straight back on.
It's crazy. And you might say how it does build it up, but they're just so professional. I can't see any, actually, their players walking away with All-Ireland medals because they're going to want to overtake Kerry.
Yeah.
The Kerry players who have 8
Exactly,
and get 9.
yeah.
So I can't see them walking away. Brawley's interview, did you see Brawley's thing? It was fucking shite. Oh, there's celebrity, but the celebrity culture's holding them back. And did he say, like Mayo, like their players. But sure, what Mayo players is celebrity culture? You might say it in O'Shea, right? Maybe. But like the Dublin players are on fucking news talk everywhere, all over the place. So that's
Bradley's just saying.
He said they won't win. Yeah, but he's annoying.
But he called them. But he used to call them celebrity losers.
Celebrity losers, yeah. But he said they'll never win All Ireland with Aidan O'Shea and O'Connor. They're holding it back. Now,
He just likes making headlines, doesn't he?
Killian O'Connor is holding the Mayo team back. Jesus Christ, who's he holding back? I don't see this player he's holding back. He's the all-time. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. He's the all-time top scorer in GAA Championship history.
Yeah, and what did he put up this year as well? Like,
that's crazy.
Look, I mean, it's just it's hard to see Dublin losing.
Yeah.
You know, when are they going to lose? I know they have to lose at some stage, but I can't say it for a while.
No, and it probably was the year.
This was the year, Well, actually, I read a thing with Jack McCaffrey last week, and he basically said he reckoned the year to get them was last year. Yeah, because there was such pressure on them to get the famous 5 in a row.
That's gas. I wouldn't think they will give a shite about it.
Yeah, you wouldn't like, but I suppose that was the history, and you know, like they're obviously going to go down as the greatest team of all time.
Yeah, 100%. The usual thing comes out then about the pure drivel them that they swept the dressing rooms last night and all this.
I seen that.
Such shite.
Yeah, but good stuff locally.
Yeah, that's what I got on to. Massive win.
Yeah, like I mean,
huge.
I know we talked about it last week, but it's the last go down as unexpected. Anytime Sligo beat Mayo in underage football.
Well, this Sligo team won the Manning Cup last year.
Okay.
So they're highly thought of.
They are highly thought of.
There's no doubt about that. And they were. I was chatting to a few people who were involved in underage football in Sligo, and they were very confident. Like,
and actually, because like last year, I know they had that funny group thing, but like they bet Mayo last year. Like, so obviously things are actually improving in the underage. Is it structures or set up? Well,
it's been going on a good few times. No, there is serious work going on. There is, and Pat the Cat and the boys and all them lads in there, Ross Donovan, Stephen Henry. It's serious work going on, and there's more. Sorry, Liam O'Leon. There's loads. I'll miss someone if I keep naming them. It's a big win, but I just hope it's not. They're well drilled, and I just hope it's not like the other minor teams over years gone by. And going back a long time, the '96 team especially, that was a serious. It was an unbelievable team, and they lost the replay in the park. But at '68, I think the last one a minor. In '99 or was 2000, they got to a minor final as well after beating and played a Leitrim in the final and lost that. Like, so just hope it's not another one of them falls.
The finals, not it. Yeah.
Well, it's Roscommon, you would think, but Roscommon underage has been very good last year, so it doesn't matter. It's not Galway, but it's been scheduled for the 29th.
Yeah.
But there's talk will be put back to the 28th now because I think they're preempting a lockdown. Yeah. So.
It's scheduled for the 29th of December.
Yeah, it was supposed to be January, but now it was only scheduled today for the 29th.
They usually get the inside word on these lockdowns from the government as well.
So they might try and get it run off. It's down for Beacon again. I hope to do it. It'll be such a lift to go into 2020 for the first kind of title in 50 years.
Yeah.
And like for Tony Mackey, I know Now the problem is it's not as such a big team kick on to senior instantly because it's under
2-3
17
years,
now.
yeah.
Like there's no way an 18-year-old. Well, unless he's an absolute freak.
Yeah,
will step
2
up.
to 3 years, but like it's very possible.
But yeah, it was a massive, massive win. So it was very good news and bad weekend for me also. Look, no. I think we went more into depth on our GA the other night. We had ex-county Barry O Mahony with us, so it's our Christmas GA thing. Any wishes for GA for the new year? Get out Division 4?
Get out Division 4, I suppose, yeah.
Well, actually, sorry, before we finish up, I'd like to say the new Division 4 the new National League format. So there's only going to be 3 teams. There's 8 teams in your division, but you're only going to play 3 of them. So north and south.
Yeah, you were saying the
same. Did I say it the other night?
Yeah.
Jeez, I was on fire. So there's a message. Hopefully it's my wages in. No. Dave McMullis now follow you on Twitter. Hello, David. So the league, group of 4, top 2 go to the semis, and hopefully Toy Mackley's promotion. That's the hope for 2020.
Good stuff.
Okay. Finally, Ross, you just want to give a special shout out to one of the clubs in Sligo GA?
Yeah, just my partner Marie, her uncle passed away, John Sheridan, at the weekend. He was massively involved with St. Farnan's, especially with the ladies team. So it was really nice. They did a guard of honour from her there in Jamora West, and it was just really powerful to see the sports team all kitted out, and it meant a lot to her family. So I just wanted to say a big thank you to the Farnan's representation there at the weekend.
Okay, very nice, and thank you, St. Farnan's. Back with our Barry O Mahony bits and the soccer. Eagles in! How are the Rovers going this week, Marty?
Eagles In's father, Alan.
Shut up!
Won a league medal with Spurs in 1961, would you believe?
He's Eagles In's father?
Yeah,
I
Scottish
did not know that until the full recording.
Yeah, hey, look, Gilzine.
AG.
I
went to Mosley with him.
That was Butland's in the second recording.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Third one. The next one will be the Rocket Gibraltar. How's things? Big news on the academy side, Marty.
Yeah, Rovers just appointed Conor O'Grady as their first academy director. Great appointment.
Yeah,
he's been working with a lot of the underage squads in the last few years. So
he's Rovers through and through. Like
big time. Yeah.
He started.
It's the future of the club. Young fellas coming through and not signing. I think if you can get 1 or 2 that maybe go across the water every few years, and they will pay for the senior squad.
Well, not to get too technical on our Christmas party night, but the new regulations with Brexit, like we're keeping players.
We're keeping players here. Yeah, you can't go across the release 16 now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a big difference. Yeah, I genuinely, I think you look at again. I've called Shams bastards a few times, but they seem to do the academy side of things well. So. If we were developing players, even just 1 or 2 to go across the water when they're 17 or 18.
Surely we have the whole pick. It's 18, yeah. Sorry, Barry O Mahony's our special guest we haven't introduced yet.
Yeah.
But we have some pick, kind of, don't we?
We've all the Connacht basically, except for Galway.
And no one's going to choose Finn Harps. Isn't it? We've done all that too.
Yeah. Well, let's not be too disparaging with Finn Harps, our second favourite team. Finn Harps,
we're really on our way. Finn Harps, we're really here to stay. Up to our neck in Finian. Oh, shit, wrong song.
Too far.
No, the Harps Boys the Shed. We'll talk about them later on. We actually won't. But great. It's a full-time job. It's a massive. Is there any other League of Ireland club with a full-time?
I wouldn't be too sure of the technicality.
Pensionable job with €6,000. I'm trying to get Connor a few extras there. Company car.
No,
Barry, Volkswagen. Come on, put the mic up to your face. Will Connell needs to give Connor a company car.
I'll put the question in on Monday morning.
Right.
I'll put the question.
Connor Grady, there's an Audi coming for you Monday morning.
We could do a couple of Audis ourselves.
I have a lovely caddy outside with a broken back window, actually. Wait a minute, that one. You're laughing.
Have you wipers?
Well, my wife was robbed, one night in a golf club. But if you're listening, Water Logic for all your water needs. But driving to Tuam, and an old roadster and a tractor drove the other side, and he must have clipped a stone and clipped my back screen and smashed it. What were the chances? I was wearing no trousers, because I drive with no trousers usually.
Just for comfort, of course.
Nobody ever true that is, lads. Anyways, but Grady's massive.
Yeah, it's a big appointment. That's about. There's not much in Rovers news this week, but that was a huge.
Well, I need to give a shout out to the second coming.
Go on.
Johnny Kenny Jr.
Yeah, more goals.
4 goals the other day.
They called that fella from Mayo. What's he called? Goals.
And 2 today. So this is a special guest episode. If you hear a few voice in the background,
Yeah.
2 more today. Against who? Get out.
He scored for. Yeah.
Jeez. For fuck's sake. He's one of the greats.
That's the sort of research we should be doing.
He's better. We employed a few nerds to follow us. 4 goals in the game and 2 today.
I seen that. He scored 19 goals in 5 games.
Possibly on drugs.
No.
No chance. Okay. Just very good. Like his daddy. Actually, there's a question with Johnny from Paul Boland. I'm going to run out because a lot of questions go through later.
Yeah.
There's GA related. He said he played midfield against Johnny. He was playing for St. Pat's and thought he was fit. And Johnny's playing for Shamrock as juniors. Johnny was in 40-something years of age. And Johnny scored 6 points in play against him and just ran rings around him. I said when Johnny's 90, he'll run rings around you.
Yeah, big time, yeah.
The greats. Your favourite role forever?
Favourite role was Courtney, yeah. Well, that or...
Why, is someone going to come along?
Him or Barry O Mahony.
Well, you speak of Barry O Mahony. He's on the couch. Barry O Mahony, welcome to the Sligo Way podcast. How are you?
Not too bad, Edo. Thank you very much.
Professional footballer. Were you semi-pro? Were you pro?
Semi. Go semi.
County footballer.
Go semi.
And trying to be a golfer now, I believe as well.
Yeah. Pro golfer.
How are things, Baz? You must have some tales. Like, the best tales are, the podcast I listen to, Under the Cosh, it's John Parkin and Chris Brown, 2 footballers down the lower level. Their stories are unreal.
Their podcasts, as far as I know, include...
How many times have I told you about
beer?
it? How many times have I told you about it? Under the Cosh.
It
is unbelievable.
Yeah, very good.
They have like...
I listened to it twice on your
That's
recommendation.
class.
Yeah, top notch.
You remember Ben Marshall from Leicester? Did you hear his one?
I was only listening
He's just
to
a
that
pint
the other
man,
day.
like.
I was only listening to that the other day in work. And,
He was outrageous.
Oh, he's 29 years of age.
But is he still only 29? Yeah.
And he has some stories.
But the thing is, yeah, see, the other fellas have on are in their 40s, so they have all the old age stories, but he was actually around in professional era, and he's just a pint man.
Like, he's only played like last year and the year before.
Did he tell you about this new podcast? He naked butt grab, the game they played?
No.
Where if someone shouted naked butt grab, this guy was playing in the Premiership and Championship only 3 years ago. If someone shouted naked butt grab, you have to take your clothes off and wrestle a fella, and the first fella to pin the guy down and do 3 thrusts wins. Now, I'm not lying, lads. This guy's called Ben Marshall. You Google him. He was playing in the Premiership and Championship 3 years ago. He's gone for something like 40 million, but 30 million over his transfers from Wolves to Leicester to Blackburn.
Like Harpel Singh.
Yeah, how much do you go for Barry?
150 quid.
2 fucking snack boxes. No, welcome. Come here, who? So, Merview, Galway, Rovers, Harps?
At loan.
As well?
At loan, yeah. Wasn't
5
it Galway now?
5 clubs. We all go
Four. Merview.
Oh, so sorry.
At
Okay.
loan, Harps, Sligo.
Were you in Football Manager?
I've been in Football Manager a few years, yeah.
That's class.
Catherine Nader now in Football Manager as well.
Shut up.
We are there as a club, yeah.
Who put you in? Because St. John's were in for 2 years.
But yeah,
Who
there's a
put them
guy,
in?
the Football Manager researcher guy was on to me on Twitter. But all I wanted was him to go chairman running my yard.
Are you the chairman?
No, but it's not on it.
All right. Like you're Football Manager?
Yeah.
So could I sign you tomorrow? You're free agents now.
I'll tell you a funny one there.
Go ahead, Barry. The mic is yours.
Only there last week, Keelan Cawley sent me a Snapchat. Out of the blue, he's currently playing Football Manager 2015.
Yeah.
Manager of Wolves.
There's no Wi-Fi in Ransborough though. That's why he's playing that.
No, he's over in Palstare now, remember?
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Just
they're back.
behind the Thatch.
Yeah, they're back in 2012.
Yeah. Manager of Wolves, just sign me. Out of the blue.
Where's he going to develop you or play you? Like, what age in 2012, Barry? Because you've been 28 since I knew you. You've been around the wrong fucking time.
I think I'm 20. I was once dubbed the next Joey and Doe in Football Manager. No joke. And I turned out like Joey Hanley.
Sue Belter. Come here. You started over, so did you? No, you went to Belvedere. Who'd you play in Belvedere?
Players wise?
Yeah. A few serious players. Matt Doherty, yeah.
Yeah. Keith Buckley at Bowes.
Yeah.
Chris Forrester at Bowes.
All in the one team.
Yeah,
Ross is eating popcorn in the background, by the way. He's the biggest portion of garlic sauce I've seen in my life.
We had a good team. There was a few other League of Ireland lads.
Buckley, Doherty, yourself,
Chris Forrester,
Craig Sex. Remember him at Bohemians?
Oh,
as a
as well,
keeper.
yeah.
You serious? Yeah.
The best of the lot.
Did you win it?
played.
Money. Orla and fucking Brendan seen the money. They wanted a bungalow in Strand Hill. They wanted a double.
looking over the ocean.
Hey, and Baz, who done their extension? Mac and Searchers.
And I tell you who wasn't there on a Monday.
John Pearson Jr.
Fucking delayed it 2 fucking weeks.
Had a few bad days, I'm sorry.
He must have employed fucking half a Sligo.
I think it was my hamstring that stopped me from working them days.
And your hamstring must have stopped John, Carl, and fucking Paul Taylor.
Jesus Christ, we're looking out Sunday. You can't deny a man.
Paul Taylor's a counsellor.
Thanks, Tano. Tano hand advice. Look, I have no problem. I'll work a Saturday if I can take a Monday off. No problem.
Well, the best days of the week to work, if I could pick my days to work, would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Half the Saturday.
Oh yeah, maybe 9 to 3 on a Saturday.
yeah.
If I could choose them, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You do work Tuesday, Saturday, don't you?
A lot of time, I would do, yeah.
And thanks to our sponsors, Connolly's. Have the sponsors yet?
Not yet.
All right, the mic. You got them. Yeah. So sorry.
It was back in Belvo,
First time.
wasn't it?
So Belvo. They're outrageous players, man. They're actually outrageous players.
Yeah, and the best of them was a lad called Danny Joyce. And
Is Big Joe Joyce's young fella?
No.
Go on.
Another special guest tonight, Conor McDonough, will agree with me. He was the best of the lot.
Is that Conor, the son of the best electrician in the town?
Biggie.
Oh, jeez, he can put a few wires together if he gets a chance.
He went to Reading as a young.
Hang on, there's a question for Biggie. Yeah. Willie's back.
Hello, Biggie. The light in the front of the house is a sensor light, you know, but when I walk in front of it, it doesn't come on. And I know there's power going to it because there's a little bit of a glow. What would you recommend I should do?
Right, Willie. Mike, if you're there, you've had 2 sherries now at this stage, and now you're talking shite. Fuck you, Willie. It's Conor Joyce. Why was he? Conor Joyce, no?
No.
Danny Joyce.
Dan
Joyce.
DJ, yeah.
He was the best
Disc
of a lot of
jockey.
them.
Why are you so good?
Went to Reading. He had the pick of most teams, to be honest with you, at 15 or 16 years of age. And I remember hearing a story of him later, not so long ago, that it was FAU Cup day against Southampton. And the bus driver wasn't on the bus, the players were on the bus. Danny hopped into the bus seat, drove around the training ground, and was booted off the...
It's like Paul Gascoigne or something, is it?
Where was Danny from?
Dublin. Ashburn. Well, Ashburn. He was an Ashburn lad.
Ballinasloe.
But what a player.
I hope Danny doesn't tune in.
But yeah, he was the best of a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, and then
Where did he play?
Went to Reading for 3 years, came back to Bohemians on loan. And I remember the time they played Sligo when it was Richie Ryan.
Who was Sligo?
I think he was set up.
Who was Sligo?
Sligo Rovers, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Rovers, yeah.
They're Rovers.
Yeah, sorry, Jesus Christ. I thought it was GE or something they were talking about.
And I think...
Sorry, Bar.
I think Danny was sent off within 3 or 4 minutes. Up in
Really, yeah?
For 2-footing Richie Ryan.
Yeah? Just a header?
Yeah, just a mad
Actually, segue. Do you play Richie?
Yeah.
Class?
The best.
Best?
Yeah.
I thought that, yeah.
The best, yeah.
Better than Joey?
In my eyes,
did you play Joey?
And it's always... No, trained with him. He didn't...
Shamarty trained with him with Cartridge.
I was actually doing crossbar challenge with him yesterday.
Richie Ryan's class, was he?
Richie was class.
He's good crack too, wasn't he?
Good crack.
You must have some tales, Pastor, yeah? You were never a cookie. Like, you were young, even though we thought you were old.
Yeah.
Did Cookie know what age you were?
Cookie thought it was 25.
Cookie was a character now. We should have put him on some sort of Mount Rushmore characters.
Yeah. If you can get Cookie on, fair fuck.
I remember you playing Baz when Rovers played Pats in the St Andrew Cup. Would I be right that day?
Cork.
Was it Cork? Yeah.
It's a big difference, Strand Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
We waved them off that there were flags.
But that was like you were playing in a serious team there. That's the team. It's the guts of the team that goes on to win the league. Like.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's class,
man. Richie Ryan was there. Another player, O Morrison.
Morrison, yeah.
I thought he was unbelievable.
He was sensational, but he obviously his head was mental.
What year is this now?
Do you remember the year we?
12, I think,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
but
Was
no,
that
I
close
was
to
no,
the
it was
league
before
win,
that.
was it?
No, he was the year we got to the cup final against Fingal.
Yeah.
He was. They had to bring him off the bench in the semi-final against
Morrison, yeah.
Waterford, and he changed the game. They brought him off the bench in the final as well. But I remember Cookie would always say to me, he was the most talented of the lot. But
Baz.
yeah,
Really?
Owen Morrison, really talented.
I'd agree with him.
Did you play Butler and the boys?
Chris Butler.
He was a header, was he?
He was class.
Were you around Pfizer?
No.
Gaz Kern was around Pfizer, wasn't he? Yeah,
He
yeah,
had a
yeah.
story or two as well. But I
Danny
remember
V was around, was he?
Danny Venture was around.
Any stories there?
I remember. So I was kind of trying to break through at whatever, 16 or 17 years of age, and
looked about 30.
It was
Sorry, coughed there.
It was tough for any player because there was obviously Richie Ryan, Joey and Doe.
Jeez, when you look back, lads, what a fucking squad.
Danny Ventre, like Conor O'Grady was probably even around then. So I remember
Gingles
being
in
brought
Slaughter.
in, I think ahead of the Cork game, the Santa Cup game.
Yeah.
And
you're nervous?
like you'd kind of know the lads.
You know you're good enough though. You were cocky, wee fucker.
Shut up.
Am I joking?
No, I wasn't cocky, but I remember recently bought a scooter. They were the days, the mopeds.
Oh, the Strand Hill scooter gang.
In summer,
Himself and Peter Laffey.
The SSG.
The SSG, yeah.
They took on the HPU.
For short, yeah. They took on the Hill, the Hill Street Elite. That'll come later in the episode as well. There's a
must
few.
have been around 5 or 6 of us.
What about the Ross's Point? What about the Ross's Point Randy boys? Go ahead.
But I remember arriving into training a couple of days before the Cork game with the new scooter, and I
Honda
parked it
50.
up. It was, yeah. We Peugeot Viva City actually.
In fairness, they do very good scooters. My father has one now.
Does he?
Yeah, but he attached it. He goes up and down the stairs in one.
Yeah.
But he took the wheels off and he goes up and down the stairs.
Yeah, very reliable.
The Peugeots, I think they're called. The French.
He calls it a Peugeot. Yeah, he's from Fermanagh. Peugeot. Get up in my Peugeot, Adrian. I charge it every night for him. Sorry, Daddy. Go ahead.
So I arrived in training and parked it in the car park, and
In the showgrounds.
Showgrounds. Trained away, happy out. Went home afterwards, trying to find my scooter. Scooter nowhere to be seen. Danny Ventre and Chris Butler took the scooter, hid it in the away dressing rooms, the showers.
Put it in the dressing room.
Left it in the whole yoke. Into the showers. The shy was panicking. I wanted to just get home.
You love that bloody scooter, Barry.
Oh.
What did you call it? Peter, was it?
Peter, yeah. Peter.
Peter the scooter.
Peter the scooter.
Peter.
But,
Dominic.
Sure, I was looking around for whatever, 20, 25 minutes. Around the fucking
Did you ring mum and dad?
No, I found it just before I was about to ring mum.
Orla would not have been happy with Scooty going missing. No. Two boys are at it.
Two boys were at it, yeah.
But can I say...
Any secret nights out with them? I'd say Butler now when he was on having a few beers.
Yeah, Baz was out tonight in the Thatch when Butler was riding the town.
Oh.
That was Gaz Kerr's 21st, wasn't it?
Was it, yeah?
Yeah.
Did Butler play ball after that?
He went back to England, but yeah, I don't know.
He was talented.
He was
class.
Yeah. One of them, actually, yeah, definitely.
He was
He could
class.
have still been around when Rovers were in leagues.
Yeah.
Setting
Yeah.
that fun, no
100%,
problem.
yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
He was very, very good.
He was talented. They were
I think
fucking
he
messers
was
though.
probably the
It was a
best.
funny sort of time though, Baz. It was just kind of turning from...
It was, yeah. The mess. Was the Wolf Foley, was Kieran Foley around with you?
No,
No,
I would have heard
first.
stories
What
about
we
Kieran
call it the
Foley,
Wolf.
though.
Like, you know the 2006, John
first
Connor's
division
first
team.
team.
Yeah.
The transform his kind of first team to the league winning team. There were some great characters there. Like the stories were fucking.
Yeah. A lot of stuff happened in that first division team too.
Yeah.
But it was a funny kind of time for Rovers because they kind of went from that time, they kind of fluked their way into...
Tansy!
Is that Tansy again?
Yeah. Tangiers coming cunt. 180. Go ahead.
I can't remember where I was. Oh, yeah. Up the Rovers.
You're in Ross's house.
We're 6 cans deep at this stage.
Go ahead. It's a Christmas special. Go on. What are you trying to say?
I can't remember. to be honest. No, I was saying at that time Baz was at Rovers. It went from being a kind of
a party,
a run the mill
Spice Boys.
Premier Division team. Yeah, to they went on and did great things like that.
So you're trying to say that's when you were in the Baz?
No, I didn't say that. But they were playing Santa Cup at that stage. So Santa Cup was a proper deal at that, you know.
Yeah.
Regrets, Baz?
Regrets?
None. You've had a few, but But then again, too few to mention.
Loads.
No, but come here. Where'd they go? Rovers to
Went for the Harps.
the bloody Harps. Yeah, favourite of us ourselves.
Mark McGoldrick.
Who was managing Harps that stage?
Felix Healy.
Fuck off. There's a story with him, lads. Oh.
Do you know what? Do you remember that?
I have an unbelievable story with him. But
That
Felix,
day-
Felix, you have to do in a Derry accent.
Felix.
That day.
I'll find it. I'm going to edit it in. Felix Hilly. It's some bit of score line, and when you say it, it reminds you. It's like saying Michael Caine and saying Mike O'Kane. Michael Caine. But you just say Felix Healy. I'm on a tangent here. Go on, Felix was your manager.
That day against Cork.
Talk about Felix.
The debut against Cork was live on Satanta Sports. So that was a big day. Like
very
your
popular
debut for
channel.
your-
Yeah. I Sky
for
Plus
the
it.
Rovers, who you've gone to for the last 15, 20 years or whatever. Felix Healy's co-com, and your 17-year-old making your debut.
Oh, so
in
he spotted you, you reckon?
What's that?
He spotted you, you reckon?
No, I don't think so. Well, I think that it was bad because it was like 17-year-old. I was doing well in the game. Had come to the end. It was coming to like man the match, and he mentioned a few players. Mentioned Barry O Mahony.
Did he? Yeah.
And it was basically like
17. That's a spot. It's grooming.
yeah, but he also mentioned a bit of puppy fat.
Fuck off.
Prick.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
On Satellite Sport.
Satellite
We need that
We have to get
footage.
the recording.
Oh.
Tazzy, footage. Satellite Sport. Where do we get that?
And the worst thing was, so
get
that
that.
was
No,
that.
that has to be gone.
He reckons
Puppy fat.
Yeah, good player if he can lose the bit of puppy fat or whatever. I was like,
Tell him to lose his Declan Brie moustache. The cunt.
and then he goes and signs me for Finn Harps, the prick.
And did he ever tickle the belly training or anything?
I never.
Was he a prick?
No, he was a character.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
he
some.
was good crack.
The story.
It's him and Peter Hunt.
Mitch sent me. Did you with that Mitch McD in the background? Mitch sent that fucking Felix Healy story on WhatsApp. Felix Healy. It's a recording from Foyleside BBC Radio. It's fucking brilliant.
Apparently he was in a band as well. He was a big
Yeah.
singer.
House cat, Felix House cat.
So how was the Harps in the bog in fucking Ballyofair?
It was interesting. It was good. It was good. I loved it because it was first team football regularly. There was good players. Conor O'Grady was actually up there at the time as well.
Cog.
Conor was there. Packy Maley, Keith Cowan, who's actually done.
He's done alright. Who?
Yeah.
Keith Cowan, yeah, Cowan.
There's a few good players, and I remember it was the night
Before Christmas.
we had a game. I think like on a Wednesday night, and it was against Shelburne in Tolka.
Was this first division now, Baz?
First vision, yeah. And Shells win, they go up, and there was about 4,000 at it. Shells whipped us 4-0, and a heap of supporters.
Ruffled your hair after the game.
Yeah, ruffled my hair. Yeah, it was. it was an interesting time, but
Really? Yeah. Were you contend at the top of the first finish that time? No.
No, it was mid-table.
Right,
Yeah, they weren't.
I'd say I'd say first being a footballer. Sorry, this is an insult. Being a footballer for a fucking mid-table first division team in the League of Ireland must be absolutely depressing. If you know,
and when you travel about an hour and 20 minutes
exactly.
of training,
and you know you can't go down, but you can't go up. Like once you know you're not competing, it must be.
Yeah.
I'd love to see the North and the South combine.
What do you mean?
As a like.
Oh, sorry, All Ireland League.
As three leagues maybe.
But
like we're probably going nowhere here as two leagues anyway.
Not a chance.
There's not enough. But like, see this new team that's coming to the league now, this Irish CFC. or
Yeah,
what
and
it's called.
I'm a big backer of theirs because they're terrible. See their
Twitter, man.
website.
Yeah.
They're giving fake photos of a stadium in Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
But no,
I contacted my mate to go in for an interview towards the manager.
They contacted Niall Murphy.
No, Niall Murphy. Jamie Bannigan.
Bannigan, if you're listening to New York, Bannigan, if you're in New York.
Playing 4-4 fucking 2.
Okay, that's a segment of the Barry O Mahony interview there for you. The full one might come out during the week. It was getting a bit rambunctious. That word's coming up a lot now,
Yeah,
Ross.
there's another half an hour to that show, so it deserves a standalone episode, but it will come with a disclaimer.
Some very good stories of signs of football. Okay, I keep saying okay. Our last bit is just our outro, I suppose. Let's have it. Okay, lads, this is the emotional part. Murty's a napkin up to his eyes. Here,
after 2 days of drinking now. And the emotionless of this. And
so I believe he done when I give the Irish goodbye there the other night. He didn't know I was even gone.
So me and Murty said, Jesus, we might have to finish the show off ourselves. So we were quite, at the time we said, fuck it, we'll do it, we can do this.
Yeah, we were
him.
Yeah, he's gone, that fucking maverick. into the night like Kaiser Soze.
It's gone. If anyone finds actually my notebook for the series, I left behind me somewhere.
So me and Murty did our own version of the extra, which we will not be playing.
No, it's definitely in the bloopers. You sing the We Are Welsh song at one stage.
we try. Out
of nowhere.
Yeah, and we sing the Sligo Way song as well to try and finish it off. And there's not a tune in either of our heads. Anyways. At some stage we might release it. Yeah.
What crack, lads? It's been, and thanks to all listeners and meshes.
Yeah, the correspondence has been unreal now.
Kind of took off more than we thought it would, didn't it?
Yeah, it did now, but it's just unfortunately far too much of a bit of a time consume, isn't it?
Look, it's time consuming, and we didn't realise probably once we thought no one would listen, maybe so no one noticed.
And then once people are listening, you kind of want to do them good.
You want to do it good, and then there's
no live sport.
No live sport on. Yeah, that's a big thing. Financial constraints. There's a lot of work put in. Actually, there's a lot of more work than we thought. There's a few late nights editing and freaking out and breaking laptops and computers, but try and get out. But it's been fantastic. Serious crack. It really spent the last 7 weeks.
It did, yeah.
Past it completely, just laughing.
It was good crack.
Hearty laughing. So thanks to the one sponsor who got on with us there for the high interview price. Well, I know the Rovers gives price. Lochgill Brewery.
Yeah, and who else we get there?
Absolutely excellent from them.
Yeah, cheers for them. And the power right for the mixer as well. That was a nice touch.
Yeah, nice touch.
Power right for all your fire, energy and security needs.
Of course.
Get on to the boys. And if you want advice, if you're going breaking into somewhere, we can give you advice how to get around it.
It's a vicious cycle. It's constant, yeah.
Well, help. What else? Lochgill Brewery, emotional goodbye.
Thanks for the questions. I think.
Thanks for the questions, yeah. Thanks to
Gino as well.
Gino.
Derek Keenan.
Massive Derek Keenan, yeah.
Shawnee Henry, yeah.
Baz.
Barry O Mahony, Paddy Pearson.
Yeah.
Our live audience are there.
Our live audience, our rambunctious live audience.
Our man in Drummish Kabul, can't forget Willie.
Yeah.
Great to hear.
Sound engineer
and Tansy, of course.
Picked up a new fan as well, Mike Tadori from Australia.
Yeah,
so
Mike,
don't know where the hell he came from.
Yeah.
Big Tadori even.
Big Mike. He liked Damien Duff.
He did.
Yeah.
He did actually.
Damien Duff, of course, had a horrendous career in Australia. He was injury prone and never got a game. So.
Oh, geez, good crack, lads. And I think it just shows everything that's good about Sligo as well.
Yeah.
The interaction. So we got a wee, I don't know how the sound is in this, maybe terrible, but there was a wee Christmas tune to see us out the other night, wasn't there?
There was a Christmas tune as well. Also, shout out to Aaron Tansy as well for his.
Yeah, I said Tanner, yeah. Big help.
Ross must have switched off there.
Yeah, he was
switched off, did he? No, but yeah, we got our Christmas tune coming up. A collab with Adrian and
William. I don't know how the back and vocals were and everything, but yeah, have a listen, and lads, happy Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Right, let's get out of here.
Good luck.
Goodbye. It's Christmas time, there's no need to be afraid. At Christmas time, we let in light and we banish shade. But in our world of plenty, we can spread a smile of joy. Willie, throw your eyes around the world. Christmas time. But say a prayer. Pray for the other world. At Christmas time, it's hard, but when you're having fun, Willie, there's outside your window. No, it's a world. No, in Africa, it's a world of dread and fear, where the only water flowing in the dusty office, and not the Sligo Rugby Club, and the Christmas bells that ring there are the clanging chimes of doom. Come on, Willie. And do they know it's Christmas time? Feed the world. Let them know
this time. One more time, Willie.